Hey, what's up, Jen? How's it going? Lush, Nick. Hey, Nick,
Yes,
welcome
Nick,
back.
welcome in. How are y'all?
Ned, what's
hello.
up?
How are you? Of course she says hello.
Hey everyone, I'm on time today, lol.
What's up, Blazy? How you doing?
Lacey, thank you so much for the resub and welcome in. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, thank you for the resub. You're tired? Oh, right, you had your convention.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
You're down to 2 monitors, no TV? I kind of feel that, Jen, because for some reason my second monitor just went out on me. I'm hoping it's not a permanent issue, but my monitors went into sleep mode and that second one is not coming back. It won't stay asleep. What's up, B-Man? How's it going?
B-Man, welcome in. How are you? Jen, hello. How are you?
You gonna share that picture with me?
Yeah, yeah. 1 sec, let me find it. Alright, let me know if you didn't get it. Oh, you got some new Pokemon plushies? Oh! I'm back in, welcome in. How are you? We're good. Thank you so much for asking.
Alrighty, I'm ready when you are. You good? Okay.
Yep.
It's time to get to the actual cameras.
Wait, you're gonna give him eye surgery?
Hello, hello. We need like an actual transition.
Yeah.
Cats running across the screen or something.
And maybe some indicators so I know when.
You're
Right,
live,
welcome
you're
in.
good.
How are you?
The camera can see you. The camera seems a little zoomed out. 1 second.
Oh yeah, I'm really far. What happened? What the heck?
I can
My
fix it.
chair must be further back.
There we go. It's all good.
They fix it? Oh wait, what am I doing? This way. Oh, Robbie, welcome in. How are you?
I got some people to say hi to.
I hope your appointment goes as good as it can. I hope it's quick and painless.
Alrighty, who came in while I was
Yeah,
doing
that
other
avatar.
things?
Apple, welcome in. How are you?
Val, what's up? Good to
Goodness.
see you.
Hey man, I won't lie, that sounds fatal. I'll thank you for the follow.
What's up, Thrice? Robbie? Apple? Buku Buku?
Oh man, if he's that bad, maybe he deserves it. Oh, boo, 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 hello? Welcome in. How are you? You watching some Jim and Neutron? Man, I haven't seen that in ages. Holy crap. The Jim Killer, welcome in. How are you?
This avatar, B-Man, I am a turkey. Covered in accessories.
Been grinding for AR materials?
You gotta either use your imagination or look really close to see the turkey.
Man, I still have not been on Monster Hunter. I'm gonna try to get on maybe tomorrow. Oh, Jimmy, welcome
Turkey.
in. How are you? And Max, hello. How are you?
Hey Gio, what's up? How are you? Chibi, good to
Who
see you.
does?
Max, hello. How are you doing?
How the heck did you manage that? The air hammer?
The book is absolutely riveting. I love this part where all of the words are backwards and upside down. Really made me think.
Arjuna Pluton, welcome in. And Aaron, hello. How are you?
Hey Aaron, what's up? How are you? Hey Arjuna, what's up? How are you doing?
You're working on renovation? Yeah, that can be stressful. I hope that's going okay.
Work and renovation, yeah, sounds like a busy, probably couple of months then. Hope everything's going well with it, well with it for you, Max. What's up, Jen?
Yeah,
How are
sorry.
you doing?
Sorry to hear you're still sick. Jenna says hello. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, you picked up Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch? Oh. Man, I hope you enjoy it. I need to get back on it. He pretended to read to keep the men calm, but the book was upside down. I feel like that would not have the same effect. Oh god, Genesis, why would you want to do that?
Jen, no, you're going to traumatize everybody.
Yeah. Jojo, welcome in. How are you?
Was that at another convention that you went to?
Good, you can.
Oh, the MDRP. I think that's the one that you sent us a link to, right?
Brando, welcome in. How are you? You got 45 back, but the bill was 150. Aw.
Thank you for the shout out for Jen.
Oh, thank you, Apple. Finwilly, welcome in. How are you? I suppose in a manner of speaking. Are you gonna start restoring your Camaro? Ooh. Sounds like a cool project. Blaster, welcome in. How are you? Regina Blowing. Dang, thank you.
Hey Blah, welcome back. What's up?
They somehow found your social media and figured out it was you. Man, that's like my worst nightmare. With your account though, it's like all wholesome stuff. I don't think that'd be so scary. Panda needs consent. Panda be punching people. Panda don't care. Mopar, no car. I don't know about that. Yeah, that sounds pretty heckin' cool.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, Jen.
Yeah. Always awesome to meet new people. Are you working on a motorcycle too? Ooh.
What year is the Camaro, if you don't mind me asking? Oh crap, I totally forgot we had all those reps.
Oh my god. At least I'm not in the cosplay tonight, so as long as I don't get burpees on the wheel, 200 reps is a little easier to knock out when there's variety. 1988, dang. Oh man, you have to be up at 3 a.m. What the heck?
Oh, do you have like really
Hasn't been
super
done
early
anywhere.
panels? Or are you like helping with setting up a panel? Because that can take forever. If you have like a booth or you're doing some panels yourself, that can take a long time. Yeah, Jojo, the support yesterday was kind of off the chain, so Sasha ended up with a pretty solid rep that I think the total was like 500, but she managed to knock out a little bit over half.
I don't know if it got that high, but I knocked out at least 200. Oh, shoulder day, best day. Alyssa, welcome in. How are you? It's good to put some pressure on yourself, but yeah, it's definitely not good to put too much.
You're helping a kiddo with cerebral palsy to help play Mario? That's really cool. I would be really curious to see the if you have any videos of how all that works, the tech that you guys are using. That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, that's awesome of you to help with. I'm sure they're gonna have an absolute blast with that. Possum, welcome in. How are you? Oh, you got to London. Oh, that's so heckin' cool. Oh man, I hope you have a good time there. It was a little bit bonkers. I couldn't believe it.
It did put us pretty dang close to the next Ring Fit stream. Oh, Bleezy, thank you so much for the biddies. We appreciate that.
Oh, dang, Bleezy, thank you. Oh man, B-Man, are you okay?
Metallica, what's up? Good to see you.
Was that all at once, or multiple mishaps in the same night? Oh dang, technical?
Hey Tex, what's up? How are you? Twitch yes, you're right, that is a Twitch.
Yeah, thank you so much for 9 months. Do you want a custom sound bite for your use only?
Yeah, Tex. Whenever at over here, whenever you get a Twitch babby, we like to invite whoever has one to send me. If you can send me either via Whisper, Discord, or whatever, just a little less than 10 seconds, a audio clip. You can make it a your own exclusive audio clip for the channel.
Yeah, a good PC is awesome, but it can be pricey. What was that?
Yeah, it's good to see you though, Tex. How have you been? How's work been for you?
Tex?
Oh, did you see? Genesis did a cat treat time.
Oh, thank you for the cat treat time. Sorry. Oh, Metallica, welcome in. How are you? I don't think I said hi. Oh, I think I got it to everyone. Did I miss anything?
X-Men Days of Future Past, that was like the last major one they did, right, Possum? I can't remember it for something, for some reason. Hey Catalyst, what's up? How are you? Oh no, Tex. So what we do is we have a little thing around here where anyone who gets up to a Twitch babby, you can send me either via Twitch or Discord. Send me any kind of sound clip if you want. You don't have to, but you can send me a sound clip and I can turn it into a sound exclusive sound alert for you.
Gallus, welcome in. How are you?
Just kind of a way of giving our viewers a thank you. You know, giving a little back to them for being so kind.
Partha doesn't know that I have one. Closest I got is like not smiling.
The last major one was Dark Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm having a hard time remembering much of the X-Men series.
Oh, good luck with Pando, y'all. Turtle? I think he's a turkey. It's very difficult to tell though.
I wish I was a turtle, but yes, I'm a turkey.
become as... Was it Miriam? Muriel?
Let me scoot in real close text and you should be able to see. Hello. There's a lot going on under this hat.
I don't know if I have any dreams that aren't weird. A turtle.
Dreams are meant to be weird. All of them are bizarre. Like, I think I had one last night. I don't know, maybe like my hair was pushing against my skin or something weird. But like I had a dream last night that there was a bunch of like bugs on my, like the sides of my face. I think it was my hair was touching my face, but. It was a pretty awful dream. Oh, did you get some kitty bits, Bugu? Nice.
Yeah, congrats, Bugu. Oh, that's a good question. I forgot you said something about the X-Men.
Hey, what's up, Parth? How are you? Good to see you.
Are you making banana bread? And welcome back, Jen. Done gambling for the hour.
Hey Maz, what's up? Nice to meet you.
Hey Maz, welcome in.
You gotta get back to the gym, I feel ya.
I mean, it is good for you, and if it's an aesthetic you want, you can definitely do that, but you don't have to. Mouse. You were gonna do it yesterday, but you had to deal with some things. And once the bananas are ripe, they kind of don't get any more ripe. So probably half a day is not gonna make too much of a difference.
How'd the banana bread go for you, Jen?
Probably still too hot to taste, but I hope it came out good. Oh, of course, you've probably had enough. I'm just like absent-mindedly feeding Portia all the treats. I'll be back. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was like, this is a really long cat treat time. Is she just kind of doing it now?
I'm just sitting here feeding Portia snacks. I mean, she's not overweight or anything, but still, she doesn't need it. She gets fed plenty besides.
Dinner time's gonna come and Portia's gonna be like, yeah,
I'm good.
No thanks.
I'm surprised she could eat that much.
You're really into the X-Men cartoons? I'm pretty stoked to see. They're supposed to be bringing the original, like, reviving the, like, the best Saturday morning X-Men cartoon. I can't wait.
Thanks for dropping in and saying hi, Jojo. I hope you have a great leg day tomorrow.
Yeah, Jojo. Have a great night. Take it easy. I hope your week is awesome.
Infinite snack time. I don't know why in my head that sounds like I hear the guys saying it like Infinite Blade Works. You tried using your toaster oven? Oh no, oh, so is that how you do that? I've always wondered that. Like when I get, usually if you just put it in the refrigerator, I think for the follow, it'll like be sort of soft on top the next day, but out of the oven, I've always wondered how you do.
Hey, what's up, Angry Monk? Nice to meet you. Oh, the kitty from the post. We've got...
I think it's been Portia lately.
Yeah, lately it's been Portia. We have 7 different cats. We usually kind of take pictures of like 5 of them. There's a couple that are shy, so...
Yeah, every once in a while Moose gets in a picture, but they're sort of seniors, so they do a lot of chilling, sleeping. I don't want to bother them too much.
Hey, what's up, Sagittarius? How are you?
Sagittarius, welcome in. How are you?
Pineapple, how's it going?
She's a wonderful baby. I would die for her. Cover it in tinfoil like 20 to 30 minutes in of baking. Ooh, I need to try that.
As we're talking about baking,
that makes a lot
Baker
of
comes
sense.
in. What's up, Baker?
Baker G, welcome in. How are you?
Talking about some banana bread.
The important things. I'm glad to hear it. We're doing good. Thank you so much for asking. You summoned. Thank you for the follow. Where'd she go? Oh, I hear her. What are you doing,
Roshi, what's up? Good to see you.
Oh, Roshi, welcome in. How are you?
Is Portia in here?
She's like right here. I'm trying to get her to come back. She's cleaning herself. You're a bit hungry now that we mentioned banana bread? Man, banana bread will have that effect. So good. Banana bread and pumpkin bread.
I like banana bread with mascarpone.
Is that how you say that? I think it's mascarpone. That stuff is delicious.
I think pretty sure it's mascarpone. If not, I guess it would be mascarpone.
Yeah.
Then it sounds like.
You're
Then
probably
it
right.
sounds
It's
like
probably
a
mascarpone.
It sounds like a mafia lord.
Yeah. It could be pronounced mascarpone. I think for the flex.
Croissant.
Croissant. I could put that stuff on absolutely everything though, man.
You made a Twitter just to follow our Twitter, Aaron? That's so kind of you. Trust me, if you need any extra...
So sweet.
If you need any extra cool accounts, we know a lot of really fun people for you to follow. So.
On a thick croissant? It would be good on a croissant though. It's basically like kind of sweet cream cheese without the like salt. Or kind of like potted cream. That shares, thank you. A lot of places it's really expensive, but for some reason it's really cheap here. Like I was watching a video and this dude was saying you can use mascarpone or mascarpone, however you say. But it's like $15 a tub, so you can substitute this. And I was like, what? It's the same price as cream cheese here? I don't understand.
Yeah, Aaron, later on after the stream, tell you what, I'll link some of the good Twitter accounts into Discord. I'm trying to figure out where I'll put it.
Oh yeah, we got tons. Okay.
Risha, go over there to Mom.
I'm not sure what she's looking for.
Hey Sin, what's up? How you doing? Happy Sonic Sunday, Sin. Or at least
yeah,
according
right
to Fidel.
Oh yeah, Sin, welcome in. Did I say hi? Maybe I already did. $15 Bloodforge battle axes. I'm here for it.
If your friends are available for watching shows,
Yeah.
I would say for sure.
Hello everyone, sorry I was gone for a little bit. I was watching the Mario movie again with my coworker. But I'm doing good, just tired.
Hey, I'm glad to
Hey,
hear it,
what's
bro.
up, Ralph? Hope you enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I hope it was good. Welcome in.
Did you catch a lot more references about the games and stuff the second time? I want to go see it again because there's so much stuff going on in the background. I would love to see if I could catch more stuff.
Dang it, Angry Monk, that's really kind of you. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Mascarpone? Mascarpone.
Oh, you can say either one. Mascarpone or mascarpone.
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 Pwned. Mascarpone. You've been mascarponed. Mascarpone is a type of cheese,
Like
ain't
pwned?
it? Is mascarpone, is it cheese or is it like yogurt?
It's a kind of dairy product, okay? Yeah, that's really all you need to know. And it's kind of spelled funny. Macaroons. Macaroons are amazing.
I gotta know,
It's
is
delicious.
it cheese? I think it's called mascarpone cheese, isn't it?
It's what is it called? It's cheese, right?
It's
Yeah.
okay, it is a cream cheese. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the heck is this stuff that we like that we've been eating? We don't even realize if it's like a cheese, a yogurt.
Yeah.
It has consistency like a thick sour cream or like a Greek yogurt.
It's like a cream cheese without the salt. I substitute it for cream cheese in a lot of stuff, and it's really good.
Apple, I bet if you were to put mascarpone onto macaroons, it would taste pretty dang good.
I bet it would be good.
I would say mascarpone is like I would use it as a like an icing substitute on like cupcakes and cakes and stuff. It's totally better than icing in my opinion.
Yeah, it'd be really good.
Geo, you're learning how to weld. That is a very, very useful skill to have.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. The world will literally always need welding, at least as long as we're working with metals.
Yeah, welding is super handy.
And there's actually ways to weld with weld plastics too. So even if we got past metals, you'd probably still have a place to work.
Sicilian grandmother, I bet she's an amazing cook. Or I'm just mumbling? It's delicious. Almost as good as a Jill sandwich. Yeah, it's kind of almost more like clotted cream than it is cheese, in my opinion, but it's acid set? Oh, I didn't know that. What?
You're not a big fan of cheese, Apple? Man, I couldn't imagine. Cheese is like one of the greatest things on the planet to me.
Cheese is definitely a weakness.
Hey, Fox,
Really?
what's up?
Oh, Fox, welcome in. How are you?
Your horoscope said you'd watch Kitty Bit today. Oh,
that's
God. You sure
so
you weren't
specific.
checking your horoscope?
Horoscope.
Maybe get a job as an electrician? Excellent,
well.
excellent trades, Geo.
Yeah.
You really can't go wrong with those.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you're
not going
always going to be
anywhere.
useful.
Yeah, job security. Yeah, they always have really good music.
Yeah,
That's
this one's a
pretty
nice
good.
one.
We usually work over the weekend, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we work about 6 days a week most of the time. Sometimes we get hoisted into working 7 days, but we try not to. We try our best to get everything out of the way and knocked out on both jobs so we can actually have at least Wednesday off, because Wednesday's when
Yeah.
both jobs are the quietest.
Oh yeah, ricotta. I used to hate ricotta when I was younger, and I don't know why. It's delicious.
Grigoroth, what's up? How are you? Merlot cheese is the best? Merlot. Have
Oh,
we
like the
had
wine?
Merlot?
Ricotta? Welcome in. How are you? I don't know why I said that like a question.
Hey, Epic Nightmare, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you.
Welcome in. How are you? Oh. I always forget horoscopes are a thing. It's plastic? I hope not literally. Or figuratively?
Yeah, Apple, we're trying to get into a better living situation, so we are definitely on the grind.
Yeah, trying to save. It's kind of lucky that we got some deals with game companies, because not buying all the games we want to play actually helps considerably. Ooh, favorite ice cream. Asking the real questions.
I used to look at horoscopes. They're still fun to read. I don't take them nearly as seriously as I used to, but sometimes they would be like very eerily accurate.
I don't really follow the horoscope stuff because I never really related to my sign. Like the things that they would say about it just like didn't sound very much like my personality. Hard to relate. Ooh, cookie dough. Yeah, that's a good choice. I was just trying to think. I haven't
DB.
been out for ice cream in a while. DB, welcome in. How are you?
What's up, bro? How you doing today?
And Munster and Pepper Jack are the best.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I love
16's
Pepper
coming
Jack.
out soon. Yeah, I think if I ever go out for ice cream, it's always cookie dough. Or just plain vanilla.
Ice cream for me, usually just regular old chocolate. Or like German chocolate with the... I think that's the one with the coconut in it.
It's got coconut?
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Roshi.
The Street Fighter 6 demo, we haven't tried it yet, Max. We really should. Sasha's probably going to be in the character creator for like 2 hours.
That's mainly what I want to play with, is the character creator. I've seen such cool characters.
Have any of you guys tried it? How's the story mode?
Yeah, 16 looks so cool.
I saw someone on Twitter was just going around literally picking fights with every single NPC they could come across. Like they were fighting pizza delivery dudes, businessman.
Oh, you can actually walk around?
Yeah, you walk around the whole city. It's just like a full-fledged RPG, and you can apparently pick fights with pretty much everybody.
Man, 16 looks so good. I'm loving how primal focused it is.
Marissa's in the story mode?
Oh, heck yeah.
Like the demo part? It looks like it'll be fun to kind of go around and explore the entire world, train under all the different masters, get to see all the different parts of the world, the different clothing and the styles and everything. It seems like Capcom's really ready to pull out all the stops and make sure that Street Fighter 6 is everything that 5 could have been, but wasn't.
Oh, vanilla's good. You're waiting for Steam to get the demo?
Yeah, Roshi, it actually looked a lot. It looked fairly similar to Yakuza.
Yeah, the style of like the way the people look, very similar to Yakuza. Mock the horoscope and choked and died. Oh my god. That sounds like something I would do.
You saw an ice cream brand on Twitter last night and the name was perfect? What was it?
Oh. Arigasaikyo Yuda.
Oh, it's called Fat Boy? A name like that tells me it's gonna taste good.
I trust it. The gravity field of the doctor at your birth had more influence on you than any star, probably. That's a very good point.
Hey, Khan, what's going on? How are you?
Khan, welcome in. How are you? You were fighting a barista in the game? No, don't fight your barista. They're working hard.
You could be the barista, Sasha. You could be the barista, and then you could go pick fights with all the customers.
I'll fight back.
You could be the disgruntled barista.
I just want to make coffee, man.
I've had enough.
If I could have gotten any like barista job where I didn't have to talk to anybody, I could just sit and make the coffee drinks all day. It'd be the best job ever. But they always ended up putting me on registers and stuff, and that was like my personal hell, so got out of that as quick as I could.
Could go out there and show everyone face-to-foot style.
Face-to-foot style? How you like it?
I'm bleeding, so that means I'm winning.
Making me the victor. God, why? I know like every single line of that movie. What is wrong with me?
I've seen a number of episodes here and there, plush, but I've never just sat down and watched it. Unidentified frozen object?
Only opposite fizz.
2 oatmeal cookies, vanilla ice cream, and a dipped in chocolate. That sounds really good, Blonde. That sounds really, really good. What's up, Launcher?
Sounds incredible. Launcher, welcome in. How are you?
What's up, Alfarius? How are you two doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of hello. How are you? As long as you have risen again, all good. The manual machine? The coffee making machine? Yeah, a lot of the customers were fine, but I always ended up working in like really rich neighborhoods, and some of them were flipping terrible. At least
Yeah,
the tips were good
Roshi.
though.
I spent a lot of years in retail. I was happy to get away from it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, Mac, what's up? How are you? I can't speak. Oh my god.
Gobble, gobble.
Oh my god.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Wait, what sucks?
Gobble.
Oh, Big Bang Theory? Yeah, I never did watch it because I didn't hear good things about it, but...
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble indeed.
Gobble, gobble.
Oh yeah, that's what I worked with at one of my jobs. When I worked at Starbucks, it was like a automatic one. You just hit buttons.
Oh,
But at my second barista job, it was one of the manual machines. Those are so much fun. Oh my god. Yeah,
Gobble.
they honestly. I mean, the dudes are about as bad. Just rich people in general. I mean, they're not all bad, but when they are bad, they're special.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Lawn mowing, breathe, therapeutic. It's so what do you call it? Words. Satisfying. A thing. Yeah.
The funny thing is like, I've lost track of what I was too. When you did that redeem, Mac, I was like, crap, what? I looked at my avatar and I was like, what the heck am I again? Oh, turkey. I was like, how am I supposed to do a book?
They can be pretty cool. One time I had this huge long line of like, at one of my jobs it was smoothies and coffee, and so I was making like this huge line of smoothies and somebody asked for a shot of espresso. And you're supposed to make the drinks in order, but there were no coffee drinks, so I just made their espresso while I was making other smoothies and stuff. So their drink was out immediately, despite there being a huge line, and the dude just like left $100 on the table. That was cool. He didn't have to do that. But that's pretty heckin' rare.
Apple, mowing lawns can actually be really therapeutic for me. I don't know why, like, I get OCD about it, like the way...
It can be nice.
The shape of the lawn, I choose different ways to finish it. Like, some I'll do, like, diagonal lines, some I'll do, like, circular motions. If it's a square, I'll, like, start at the outside and go in, kind of like the Dreamcast symbol. Like, there's all sorts of ways of going about getting it done.
You do.
And while you're mowing, for some reason, or when I'm mowing, I can't think of anything else but the mowing. So it's just me, the mower, and the yard.
What was I gonna say? Oh, if you like mow your lawn in different directions every time, I think that actually helps the grass like actually grow vertically, properly.
Wait, is that so? Because I usually do the lawn exact. The first time is the fun part of figuring it out, but most of the time after that I do it exactly the same way. But it's fun to like figure out how to do
really
it.
Good.
Huh?
The grass when you cut it smell good.
Oh yeah, it should totally be like cologne.
You just tried to edit your message.
We don't want to smell like you know, whatever crap is out there right now. We want to smell like fresh cut grass and diesel.
I think Roy took the SkyTech pic. It was like right over here. I can't remember if that one was a selfie or if Roy took it. Let me see the angle of it. If I can find it quickly. Yeah, I think that one was just a selfie. I don't remember.
Oh, the SkyTech one? I can't quite remember. We take so many flippin' pictures, I can't remember which ones I've even taken anymore.
Yeah, I think it was just a selfie. Hey, voila. You're a certified lawn hater? What? grass is the best. I am obsessed with Prairie. Vapor. I got a battery powered one. This is gonna be awesome. Our lawn is pretty small, so I've got a little push mower, like the old-fashioned kind. Oh, I've seen a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's been ages though.
Hey Jugo, what's up? How are you?
I think lawns are fine, but they should be biodiverse and not mowed so much. Just light them on fire every now and then.
Please be very studious and research.
Yeah, do your fire lines and
Yes, be very careful. Have a professional do it. Don't set your lawns on fire.
or at least research how to do it. But that is the proper way to take care of a prairie, and that's what we should have in our yards. If it is appropriate for your biome, if you live someplace that is supposed to be a prairie, then have a prairie.
There we
If you
go.
live in
Let's
the
include
forest,
all of that instead of just being like, let's light
just
your
light your
yards
yard
on fire.
No, nobody
We
light
need to
your yard
educate,
on fire.
not just deliver commands like
If
that.
you live in a forest, plant trees. If you live on a prairie, have a prairie and do some prairie management research.
Hey
Oh, do you know
Brando
over
with the
there?
accessorize. What would you like to add? What's up, Brando? How are you?
And Redrum, hello. How are you? Are you
If I'm a
playing
little
some
bit behind
Resident
on
Evil?
chat, I'm
Sorry, mine
actually
was. Oh
trying to get
Jesus!
caught up.
You put it in. Oh my god! Wait, it just lives there now. Why is that there? I love it. Some people just want to see the lawn burn. Fire is pretty. I took this like prairie restoration class in college, and I was probably the only person that was not there to light things on fire. Yeah, don't light your lawn on fire unless you know what you're doing.
Hey
And then plant
Redrum and
native
Omega Knight.
grasses.
How are you two doing?
Wait, who did I miss? Wait, Omega Knight, welcome in. How are you? Was there somebody else?
And Redrum.
Redrum? Oh, I think I said hi to Redrum. Just in case, welcome in. How are you?
This
think-
avatar is very, very busy, blah, and it's about to get more busy too because Brando's adding to it.
I don't know how you do it, but I do know that you can. It is possible to change your name. I don't know how people do it though.
Brando, I can't read off the accessories at the moment. Jen's actually working on an alert, but as soon as he's done, I'll be able to give you a list. If you want, though, you can just like throw an idea at me, and we might be able to put something together. Usually it's a whole lot of hats, glasses. There's some helmets. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the alert that's being worked on. Let me see. There's like desks you sit at. We've
Oh,
got
Apple.
some hockey sticks,
Hopefully not often.
knives.
I think usually what you do is you like burn during the winter when it's wet. So like if the ground is wet but the grass is dry, so it will just burn, but it won't burn the seed bed or whatever you call it. That's the best way to do it. Mentally exhausted. You're taking a break from studying for finals. Oh no, they start Monday. Oh, good luck. I hope your studying goes well too when you get back to it. Enjoy your break.
Oh, sweet. Thank you for letting me know, Jen. Another fingy? We can do
What
a
was it?
fingy. Let's add it.
More foam fingers. Oh, there's no food, really?
A ramen bowl for Roy. I wish there was a ramen bowl,
There should be
Brando.
food.
That would be a really cool one.
You're preparing for some insanity tomorrow? Oh?
Going to add a prop.
Man, the
Add a
tablet was
foam
so
finger.
so good yesterday. It wasn't doing the thing where the chat just like randomly jumps up by a giant chunk. But it's doing it again today. Well. Columbo or Light Yagami? Light Yagami in a second. I don't think he can fight.
Yeah, Light was outside of thinking. He was I don't think he
Unless-
could really do much of anything to defend himself.
Unless he could like just run and write while he ran and had his Death Note handy. I saw the Jesus I saw the Jesus holding out on the screen for a little bit. It's the
Oh, Jesus!
so lag though, it's gonna take like a solid probably 15 seconds for it to show up. Someone inspired you to stream Sonic Adventure 2? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's perfect. Best alert. Oh, what was I saying? Someone inspired you to stream Sonic Adventure 2 but randomized while the chat looks to stop you from completing it? That sounds like a great time. Oh my god.
Oh,
6 years of just...
Jesus!
Oh, Jesus! Your cousin just showed up in real life? Or is Jesus your cousin? Jesus? Oh, Jesus. You know when you have to take breaks, but... Oh, remembering to eat. Yeah, man. During exams, that can be really tough.
You guys see
Oh,
me?
good. What?
Standing this far back, I look like
Oh, Rain, hello. How are you?
I look like a little gun lancer from Monster Hunter.
You
I've got
do.
my foam finger shield, my gun
How
lance
cute.
right here.
Is Portia asleep?
I'm a monster hunter. My skinny legs, I don't know about that. I've never done leg day ever. Rain, what's up? How you
Wait, so
doing,
is this your
Rain?
cousin? You couldn't sleep, so you came back for some foam finger high. Welcome back, Jojo. Hope you're able to sleep soon, though. I think she's sleeping. It sounds like she's snoring. Ready to pilot a Gundam. Chilling after doodling? Hope the doodling went well. Yeah, I haven't touched Gunlance much either. I think that's Roy's main, though. I do like playing with Gunlances, because they tend to hold hate.
She says she thinks it's my main. We've been playing together for like 8 years.
Sometimes you switch. You were regular Lance for a little bit, and you were Hammer for like a whole game.
You don't even know me.
I guess not. We played a lot of games together, okay?
My very enlarged thyroid. That's all about Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Thyroid.
Hey, welcome back, Jojo. Sorry to hear you
Alright,
you
Mr.
weren't able to
Nick.
sleep. Hopefully we can lull you to sleep.
And neck day is neck day thing. You might want to see a doctor. About
That's
all
the
of
purpose. That's the real purpose of our stream is sleep therapy.
that. You run 6 days a week, man. That sounds rough. Holy fuck.
Redrum, I am a turkey. You gotta look real close.
Oh, Swax is so stylish.
There I am. Hello.
Man, I used to run every day, but I kept getting shin splints, and now my knees hurt. I kind of regret it.
This
I do
is
like
what
running though; it's a lot of fun.
I'm like a weekly art project for chat.
I love it.
This is what has happened to me this week. What I've become. My
love to see-
Pokemon evolution.
What he ends up looking like at the end of the week. Sundays are great.
Gintrude, what's up? How are you?
700 uses with your charge blade. Oh my god. Every other weapon is 0 except for sword and shield.
Swax enthusiast?
Yeah, that's me with hunting horn. Hunting horn for life, and like, that's the only one I've touched.
Swax seems like a really good weapon. I only tried it when they first released it, which I think was that Try? That was Try,
Kindred,
right?
welcome in. Which one?
Switch Axe was Try, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe that's when they added it.
Yeah, whichever game they first added it, I think it was Try.
Musical hammer.
That's the last time I played it. But I should try it again. I like the weapons that transform.
Yeah, they look so cool. I've never played any of the weapons that transform. Only bonks, but I do love it. I love to see it. See other people play it. The buff girl has the range.
And Charge Blade seems like it would be a natural progression for me since I'm more of a Gunlance main. It seems like it'd be a bit more just, I don't know, easier to get into than a lot of the weapons. If I try a weapon where I can't block, I feel really weird.
You get up at 5 to go running? Man. That's dedication. I used to go and run before I'd go to sleep.
It seems like with Rise, they really hit a lot of sweet spots with many of the different weapons.
Man, was it one of those like rolly blades? Oh, they're so delicate. Man, I've done that. I'm sorry. That sucks. Are you making a lot of progress on your tuber? Well, I can't wait to see. Well, thank y'all for treating Pando. What is time?
Pando's brought out the gambling magic.
Man, you've been doing it for that long? Probably at this point it would be hard to stop. I think I ran consistently every day for 2 or so years, but I think I'm just not built for it. It did not do good things to me.
Oh dang, yeah, 7 years. That's now a lifestyle for you, Redrum. That's awesome. That's the way to do it.
Running is so fun.
Just adding a little bit of walking, much less running. Running is even better. It can go so far to make sure that your health is good.
Yeah, keep your heart in good shape. You have the full thing with your watermark in the art channel. Oh, heck, I haven't been in the Discord yet today. Oh no, the eye blinking, yeah. Definitely gonna need that. Nephilim, welcome in. How are you?
It's okay, Rain. They ain't even got to see your face. I mean, look at me. No one can even tell what the heck I am.
True.
What's up, Nephilim? How are ya?
It's been a good weekend. I hope yours has been good.
10 miles each day, Redrum? Holy crap.
Oh, that's so impressive. I think the furthest I ever ran was 5.
What is your appetite like? You must be able to just put some food back. Dang. That is like a lot of calories to burn each day.
Man, I don't even know how you do that. Holy fuck. Oh, you gotta go to the dentist now. Good luck with your appointment, Valk.
I am but a turkle.
Oh, and have a great week since we won't be seeing you for a little bit. And take a break from drawing so you can work on college before you go on your trip. Oh, you're going on a trip? Oh, right, you're going to Disneyland. I forgot. Hey, who needs to blink?
Man, sorry to hear that about the tool, Jojo. I've had a number of tools that I got and I screwed them up before I could even use them.
Oh.
I remember when I got my wood burner, I dropped it like immediately. I got it out of the box. Set the base for it down because it has a base that heats up the pen. And I immediately dropped the pen. As soon as I pulled it out of the box, dropped it right onto concrete. And it bent the extension for it, like right out of the box.
I think those usually are interchangeable, but...
Yeah, you can take, it's just the head, you can take them out for different tips. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but still it was like I never even got to use it. Just broken immediately. Someone could come in and start yelling, "It's a turkey, a big talking turkey," and no one would believe them. No, they wouldn't. What did I call myself yesterday? Someone got a kick out of it. A gift shop deity. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a gift shop deity.
That's how you get away with eating things that you shouldn't. Man, that's the best part of working out. I don't think I could eat nearly as much as I do if I didn't. I still got a diet though, my metabolism is slow.
So you just outrun all of your food cravings, Redrum? I used to do that a lot. I did that for a really long time. I could eat whatever I wanted.
Like, go and trim your stash. Man, I gotta trim my bangs. My eyes are disappearing. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut them too short though.
Bangs over the eyes is a look?
Yeah, I don't mind the aesthetic, but I can't see. The bird legs gave them away.
You could just have the bangs
Souvenir got me.
over your eyes all the time. All anyone on the stream ever gets to see is your face. Like, it would be like you're Batman.
Oh, Dallas, welcome in. How are ya?
Hey, Talus, what's up? Good to see you.
Sorry, I'm just gonna straighten my leg a little bit. My knee is dying. Okay.
Trim that bad boy back, Jen. Teach it who's boss. And also, tell it my address, because I can't grow facial hair. I would be okay if it wanted to come over and hang out.
If the zombie apocalypse did happen, you'd be in good shape. Heck and ready.
Yeah, luckily, Jojo, it was
Jojo.
it was just a tip.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was pretty popular then. I remember liking the characters that, like in manga and stuff, that had the hair down below their eyes.
Souvenir Kami. I have a shrine. It's a...
Oh wait, I just realized what you said, Redrum. Pineapple, you got a point. What? Wait.
Everyone comes and praises the gift shop deity, the souvenir Kami at his shrine. It's a cardboard box out back. But it's a really good cardboard box. It was for a Dyson vacuum cleaner. That's pretty godly. Shrine, like, you know.
Oh, I imagine that's starting to get off. Man, that must be rough work. Shermie from King of Fighters? I think I know who you're talking about.
Runs super fast into a horde of them.
Yeah, wait. Run away, right?
They're in all directions. You've seen the movies? Every direction, everywhere you look. Zombies.
Shermie. I think Roy said that I should cosplay her, actually. Yep.
Shermie?
Shermie.
Oh my god,
Sorry, I'm
wait, who
bad with
said
names.
Shermie? I haven't caught up with chat. 1 second. No, Nephilim, you're very right. See, I should have just made Sash take the picture, because she literally she had a wig that was for Jason. You guys remember her Halloween costume for Jason? That wig it looked exactly, it was the spitting image of Shermie's hair. So like, Sash put it on, and I came into the bathroom and saw her while she's putting her makeup on. I was like, dude, you're Shermie, we need to take a picture. And she's like, no, we need to take a picture.
She'd be pretty easy, I think, to thrift. She's got a few different outfits. King of Fighters has such great characters.
King of Fighters has some of the best character design in the business.
I really like King.
My favorite is Benny
It's
Maru.
styling.
I like Benny Maru. Especially in his zebra pants.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, she's got... Her hair's, like... actually kind of similar, you're right. Oh my god. I thought it was more pink. But... sometimes it's purple, but in some of the art, it's more on the red side.
That wig definitely would have been a good Shermie wig.
Yeah, I think it's, I can't remember if I cut the bangs or if I just styled them.
Hey, no worries, Jojo. I hope you have a great time at the races. I will be uploading the VODs onto our YouTube, so I mean, if you have some spare time and if you decide you wanna watch them, then sure, they'll be there. They'll always be there.
Yep.
Right?
We won't see you though.
Benny Maru is definitely the most JoJo looking dude. I love him and his playstyle and his moves. Like, Benny Maru is so cool. 2:20
Oh,
left.
Isaiah.
We'll be
from
there in no
Da-da-da-da.
time, Apple.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I really like Celti, I think her name was, the biker chick with the cat ear helmet thing. Yeah, the fluffy coat. I would not trust him ever, but I like the guy that threw vending machines. What was his name?
Yeah, they were like rivals. We've actually got
Yeah.
figures of both of them.
We do. They're really good figures. What the heck was his name?
She's trying to see that if she
I
can.
can't read. Oh no.
She's trying to see if she could see it because the figure's up on the top shelf in the back there.
It's like, it's right here.
We do also have we've got a Celti.
Jeez, whoa, thank you. Oh my god.
Celti's, we have several Durarara figures, but Celti's the only one we've actually unboxed. The rest we've kept because they're altar figures and they have really nice, clear, see-through boxes, so we could never bring ourselves to unbox them.
Yeah, you can see the whole figure in the box. Your friend wanted you to cosplay Shizuo? There was also like a dude in a lab coat that looked pretty cool. I don't think he ever got any figures though.
Hey, have a good dinner, Nephilim.
I'll have a good food.
Yeah, plush, kick back and relax.
Sounds like a plan. Man, I don't even remember his name, but he was like Celti's boyfriend and...
Oh, the scientist?
Yeah, I don't think he got any figures though. Sad. Oh, do-da-da-da? It is a pretty interesting one.
I'm really hoping so, Apple. I really hope that the discourse, because did you see that Maximum Claire even joined in on it, like the day after Sasha put her post up there?
Yeah, I was shocked to see that.
If Capcom doesn't see that kind of response, they're not going to see anything. But Capcom's usually pretty dang good about responding to that sort of thing, so...
I mean, we're in the creators program, so I hope they at least look at, like, the people that they work with, their social media, maybe? I don't know. We can go into their Discord and be like, hey, can we get some, like, actual buff bot gear for the chicks? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was his name. Sounds right.
Yeah, he used to throw vending machines all over the place, and he grabbed like stop signs and various like street lights, even I think.
Kitty for love.
Oh, Prospero, thank you for the biddies.
What's up, Prospero? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the biddies.
I hope you're doing good. Day has advanced. Why do you hope it gets deleted? Because you can't get into it anymore?
I really hope something actually happens to save Twitter, because a lot of people's livelihoods come out of that. Yeah. Social media is, it's not something I think that people should really hope for the end for so easily, because a lot of people make their living off of those things.
True. Oh, I forgot about my teeth.
It's kind of like wishing, it actually literally is wishing an entire business and lots of people lose their jobs. It's easy to get mad at social media, but there's just the world really has a lot tied up into it right now. And I don't really know if we'll be able to get away from it.
Doing some chores, drinking some wine. Sounds like a good time. Hope the chores are going okay.
Twote.
Twote.
Twotin'.
Yeah, they're definitely not a positive force on Twitter. But really the only thing you can do about it is try to be the opposite of their energy.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of like going to school.
Everybody that is lame.
If you go to school and there's like someone that's really popular and really big as a bully or whatever, I mean, you don't have to engage with them. You can just ignore them. It's even easier on the internet though, because you can just block them.
Oh dang, Sushi, Susie, hello. How are
Hey,
you?
what's up, Susie?
They always ask you to do a tweet about it, and it's part of the contract. But what happens if Twitter gets too toxic? Toxic? It can't just die. Yeah, we
Yeah,
still need to be able to use it, even if it does get really toxic.
yeah, it's just, at the end of the day, it is still really a big business. And as far as social media, if social media is not really suited to you, I mean, for one, there always is the option to just, back away from it, take a step back and take a break from it, which I actually recommend regularly. The other thing is you
Yeah, if
have
you
the
don't have
power
to
to
be on it.
block literally everybody. You can
Yeah.
ignore anything you don't like. You can mute the ones you don't like. Because Sash runs into a lot of negativity on social media. Like a lot. And her DMs can get insane. But she just blocks them. She blocks it, mutes it, and turns away from all the negatives and finds the positive stuff. Throws likes at her friends and the feeds that she likes, and it's a really cool place to be. You just have to curate it. You really have to be like a ruthless person when you're curating social media.
Yeah, you gotta make sure if you see something you don't like immediately, do something like tell Twitter you don't want to see posts like that, or stop following the person, or do something to make sure it stops showing up in your timeline.
You ain't lying though, Susie, though. He really did.
Man.
He's been screwing it up so badly.
It's so bad it almost seems deliberate. I just can't.
Block
everyone.
It definitely seems like straight up sabotage.
Oh, Jojo, I hope you're able to sleep.
Yeah, Plush.
I'll get you in the Discord. I hope everything goes well.
If you're wanting to become a voice actor, especially, voice acting work that's contractor work right there, pretty much. So social media is gonna be your worst friend as a contractor, especially in entertainment.
Yeah, it can be really handy to get you seen by people, and also to find projects like small, like indie studios looking for people to do voices for their games and whatnot.
I've really heard a lot about LinkedIn lately. Like I hear LinkedIn was made years and years and years ago as like a resume finder, like putting yourself kind of out there for jobs. So it's useful for that. But I've actually heard people are using it like as a social media site, like straight up like Facebook now.
Sorry, go back to sleep. You're good. I just wanted everybody to be able to see your face.
Oh, was the iPad blocking Portia?
Yeah, I think it has been for a while. Oh, how dare.
So Susie, how was the Resident Evil 4? We were lurking because you were right at the end, so we didn't want to get too spoiled. I played the original 4, but I still haven't been able to beat Remake yet.
You were fighting the giant dudes.
Do you need it? I wish I could answer. I'm not a voice actor, Plush, but when it comes to entertainment and contractor work, Twitter, like Susie does an incredible amount of work in entertainment, and it's pretty important. Like Susie said earlier, that it's required in her contracts.
Villain Leon is next. Oh man.
Ooh, a villain run. Now that sounds exciting.
Yeah, we'll have to catch that. LinkedIn is pretty useless anymore. I haven't used it in so long. I don't know that I ever, I made an account on it, but I don't know that I ever finished my profile.
And I mean, there's like Mastodon and Facebook and a few other groups, but I mean, honestly, if you want real toxicity, I would say Facebook is probably the worst.
Facebook is the worst. Oh, Apple, thank you for the shout out for Susie.
Yeah, thank you so much for shouting Susie out, Apple.
Y'all have probably all heard of her, but if not, go follow her. Oh my god, what are you doing?
Imagine Facebook. We have a small presence that we maintain on Facebook just because we feel like, I don't know, like it's something you need to do.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't make an account on a platform that probably someone will do it for you, so it might as well be you.
Yeah, you guys should all go check out the Sphere Hunter. If you don't know who Susie is somehow, Susie is an amazing content creator. Easily one of our favorites.
Oh, thank you for cheating, Brando. Yeah, heckin' incredible. I mean, y'all probably all heard of her.
One of the only YouTube game reviewers and journalists I will listen to anymore. Game journalism has become like such a horribly toxic and weird place now.
Yeah. Reviews. I really don't interact with many reviews anymore.
Yeah, Brando, pretty much everyone as far as like voice actors. If you're in
Yeah.
entertainment, like not having a social media platform is pretty detrimental because it's like not using all your tools to the fullest. And unfortunately, Twitter it's a pretty big one. Even in its damaged state, Twitter is still pretty dang important, I hate to say. Iceman, what's up? How are you, bro?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think that was a little bit ago now, but I remember when that happened. And I said, "Welcome in. How are you?"
How's your weekend been?
Yeah, definitely, Brando.
Oh, Sin, I remember you telling me that you used to do some game journalism stuff.
Yeah, obviously it's not all bad because like Susie's still doing it, right? But a lot of them either they like got paid to do the review, so they feel like they have to say something nice, or it's just like all hate all the time. Oh, Pastel, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, Sasha Roy and Chattin.
Man, that lead up.
It had like a beat to it. Thank
What's
you
up,
so much for
Pastel?
yourself, Pastel. How are you? Exactly, yeah. You can interact with Twitter without having to necessarily scroll your feed. I like our feed, so I do scroll and interact with our friends and stuff. But it's not necessary. Like you can do your posts and then take a day off if you need.
Yeah, and when it comes to social media, you definitely want to be sure that you, like, Twitter is one of the best places to network and make friends. Like, if you really are looking for a community and you want to make some friends, it's the best place to actually start up a conversation and actually have, like, mutual interactions, like, with cool people within your same sphere of interest.
Yeah, Twitter can be a really toxic place, but like 99% of the time I really enjoy being on Twitter, because for the most part it's just like people that I'm really cool with and seeing what they're up to.
Yeah, Sin, I kind of feel the same about a lot of reviewers. I think
Didn't realize I had these. Cheers, Kitty, for hype.
Dang, Chippy, thank you for the biddies.
yeah, thank you so much, Chibi. We appreciate you. So I mean, you know, let it be completely your choice, Plush. Don't let us influence you too much. But you know, Twitter is a cool place.
One Piece laugh.
Wait, what did he say? Oh no.
Oh, your favorite One Piece laugh?
Oh my God, that's a really good question. Oh heck, man, Iceman.
Thanks to @saga_genesis for my sub gift.
Hey, no worries at all, Iceman. Man, thank you so much for the sub.
Yeah, thank you so much for the sub, bro. You guys all know we love Iceman around here, but if you weren't around any of the many other times we like to push Iceman, Ice is a great person. Very cool vibes, is just a really awesome, welcoming dude, and plays games as well as does some occasional working streams where you can just kind of chill and work with him, which is kind of nice for people like me. I do remote work, so I can just kind of chill next to, I feel like I'm just hanging out with Ice as I'm working.
Cliff Dog, welcome in. How are you? And man, thank y'all for the hype train. Goodness gracious. And
Hey,
Nice
Cliffy,
man.
what's up? Good to see you, bro. How are you?
It's super uplifting and super positive. It's always really good vibes over there, and he plays incredible games. You should definitely check him out.
No worries, Plush. Have a good one. Take it easy. And remember, block everyone you don't like. Because that's your right on social media. You
Yeah.
make it whatever the heck you want it to be.
There's, I guess, some bad things that can result from blocking somebody. Like, they can post about the fact that you blocked them, but that's about the worst that people can do, so it's helpful.
We're good, Cliff. We're good. How's everything been over in your side of the neighborhood?
Dang, Jimmy, thank you for the really specific number of bits. Man, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, thank you so much for the biddies, Chibi. We really need to do some alerts for bits.
Yeah, I keep meaning to do that. Figure out some stuff for specific numbers.
You're gonna block everyone on social media, Pastel? So it could just be like Twitter purple.
Just your posts. I'll blush, maybe catch you later. If not, have an amazing week. Oh man. In the mid-2000s? I think they're still worse now. I think they had less of a... I don't want to say, like... I guess less motivation to talk up a game.
I
They didn't necessarily like.
I remember back when, like, do you guys remember back when, like, the only place you could find a good review, or much of any review, was like the magazines?
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
remember everyone turned to the magazines to find out what a game was gonna be like?
A lot of them were so dumb, like, they would play a kind of game and they just, like, did not vibe with that kind of game and gave it a bad review because of that. Like, why are you reviewing this game?
Yeah, like some of the reviews will actually start off with something like,
Wait.
I'm not really a fan of role-playing games, but this role-playing game, I didn't like this one either. Like that kind of thing. Like they start off like, I don't like these kind of games, but...
Cats, welcome and thank you so much for the cat treat, Tim. I hope you're doing good.
Hey Cats, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, how are you? It's amazing to see you.
Yeah, Cliff, everything's been good around here.
What was the review on, Wind Waker? Like 5 out of 10, too much water? Something like that.
It wasn't Wind Waker, it was... Crap, what game was that with the too much water? It was like a 6 out of 10, too much water. It was a meme, and I don't know how I'm forgetting it. Ruby and Sapphire, that was it. Thank you, Launcher.
Oh.
Oh, you guys are watching us on the TV, Cats?
Oh,
Dang,
no.
why would...
Don't do that. Oh my god.
I don't think we should
Just
be
look at
on
Portia,
anything much
okay?
more than like a phone screen.
Yeah,
That's...
please.
Your TV could be playing so much better stuff, Cats, but thank you so much.
Can you see Portia okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She is front and center right now.
On the
might be able
tablet,
to
she
zoom
hasn't
in
even
on
jumped
her.
up on the table yet. I can't see her. Oh, there she goes.
She getting the good nibbles.
I don't know why she feels the need to take it to the floor. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Cats. It's been a pretty good weekend. Aw, Cats know you. It was a 7 out of 10. There were remakes, what did they expect?
That's another thing. What do you got? So, okay, this is usually pretty divisive, but what do you guys think of the score 7 out of 10? Me,
Like, do you think that's a fail, or?
no, I think it's perfectly fine. I'm an Armored Core fan, so I'm used to like people calling my games 4s, 5s, and 6s.
I just don't read reviews because generally what I like is not reviewed well, if it's reviewed at all.
Dongo, what's up? How you doing, Dongo?
Don't
Yeah,
know,
right,
welcome in.
Apple?
How are you?
7 is a solid number. Like, I remember
Yeah.
when I was going to school, you know, you got a 70 on a test. You passed it. You ain't
Oh.
the best passing it, but you did it.
When I was going to school, 70 was a fail. 70 was like a disaster.
You go like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 right now. Cyberpunk is something that has to, it took a while to grow on me, Pastel. I did not like Cyberpunk so much at first, but after I spent some time with it, I found it to be pretty dang nice.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh no, I have one more. I don't know where that one went though. Oh, I see. Oh, it's on the floor now. Sorry, Per.
Yeah, Cats, a lot of people seem to think that like a 7 out of 10 is like a fail. Like if they see that, it's like, oh, it's a horrible game.
I think school has beaten into me that that's not good, but honestly, as out of 10, like, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you see, I don't think it is. To me, it's definitely not. Like, to me, to get to where I'm actually, like, maybe I won't pay for this game, maybe I'll, like, try it out on a service or something. Usually the reviews have to be somewhere around, like, a 4 or a 5. Although, like I said earlier, I rarely even look at the reviews anymore. The only time I'll look at a review now is if I'm really just on the fence, or if something's just barely coming in on my radar because like maybe some friends are trying it, or there's a little bit of hype, you know, somewhere in my circle, something like that. Or if I'm really strapped for cash. If I'm strapped for money, I will turn to reviews to see, like, to get just kind of an idea, like, is it worth taking a risk to maybe play this?
Generally speaking, yeah, it's really easy to get A in school, but my heck in school was brutal.
What's up, Happy? How you doing, bro?
Happy, welcome in. How are you?
Happy, we're talking about reviews. What do you think of a 7 out of 10? Is it a pass? Good score? Or is a 7 out of 10 enough to make you consider not buying a game, even if you were interested in it?
I just straight don't even trust reviews anymore.
I don't really either, but a lot of people still do, and I'm just kind of curious. Like, not gonna lie, like, there are very few reviewers out there, but there are some that are actually really integrity's at the forefront, and they also tend to stick to the games that they really enjoy or the genres they do enjoy, which is one reason that I really appreciate Sphere Hunter's work, because she sticks within the areas that she knows she loves, so, but is also able to, you know, bite down and kind of like really kick a game around if it does something badly too. Which I think is very important. You got to be able to remain objective.
Yeah, if I'm on the fence, I usually go to like a streamer who I know has similar taste and see if they're enjoying it, and then that'll help me decide if I want to buy it or not.
Game Explain has a nice review system where they say how they felt, loved it, hated it. Oh, do they like break everything down? I think I've watched a few Game Explain reviews.
Yeah, if they actually have a system for reviewing, it's actually kind of hard to, like, review something highly, like, higher than it deserves, even if you like something.
Yeah, Happy, that's exactly what I feel too. If it's a game I'm interested in, nothing's gonna stop me. I will actually avoid social media and reviewers and everything, just in case there are some naysayers, because I'm probably gonna... I get extremely biased.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do reviews or game journalism myself, because I could admit I'm biased AF. Like, I don't care if the new Armored Core does objectively suck. I'm gonna find something about it to love.
No, I'm gonna love it. Like, I don't care. It could be next to unplayable, and I'd probably still love it just because it's such a nostalgic series.
If a game gets a 7 out of 10 to you, it translates to this could be a really great game, or to those it could be, but in reality, mostly just okay.
A lot of my favorite games get about a 7 out of 10, so I guess I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I agree, Jen. Like, if you're gonna do a review, I honestly think the best format for reviewing a game thoroughly is YouTube, where you can actually get into it. If you're gonna review a game, I think you should be willing to get into it for like at least a 10-minute, 15-minute video and explain every one of your opinions. Like, if you think this, dig into it. If you think into that, if you think that, you know, explain everything to me.
Bunny Cartoon, welcome in. How are you?
What's up, Bunny? How you doing? We're just talking about game reviewers.
Mm.
And, well, reviews in general, but...
You want to buy Forspoken and the internet craps on it so much? I need to play more Forspoken because the controls, like once you get the hang of them, seem really fun. Like you can really heckin' move fast. And you can move just as fast in battle and stuff. I've watched Kyo play it a lot, and man, it looks really fun.
I'm looking pretty fancy today, Bunny.
Oh.
Bunny, I look like I straight up walked out of like the gift shop version of Elden Ring.
Mm.
Like I look like I could be. So if
I
you
just
were to
realized
take,
you got like winning.
you remember the monsters with all the arms in the castle and all the different weapons, those amalgamations of soldiers.
Oh.
If they were like a gift shop version, that's what I am right now. Are
you like gift shop Godric the Grafted or whatever his name was?
I'm Roydrick the Redirected. Roydrick the Redacted.
The Redacted. It fits because you can't tell what you are.
Gift shop the Grafted.
This book is incredibly innovative with countless nuances. But one of the characters is named Kevin, and I don't like that. 3 out of 5 stars.
Dang it, Kevin.
Dang it, Kevin.
Oh, wait, you're talking about Trials of Mana, Apple. It'd be funny if you weren't, but Kevin is a character in Trials of Mana.
Man, I was like crying laughing at hearing Kevin in RPG.
It's really funny because Kevin's voice, it's not the same voice actor, but he sounds really, really similar to anyone. If there's any Kenichi, the strongest disciple in here, Kevin sounds almost just like Nijima from Kenichi. Which is funny because he's like supposed to be a wild child, like an Unga Bunga boy, like a beast boy, but he sounds like Nijima.
Man, I always thought Sasha was a pet name. People actually know other people named Sasha. Gift shop the Grafted. Oh my god, we're gonna add something else. A knife horn on the turkey, oh my god. His head's so small though.
Another knife horn, that's like 5 accessories there.
Wait, are you gonna be able to clip the... I guess if you make it small enough, you can clip it through.
Oh, a unicorn horn made of a knife. Well, I mean, sure, I can throw a knife on the turkey.
Knife a corn. Is there a horn bird?
My gun lance here though, my gun lance is an amalgamation. That is the megaphone, a bell, a siren, and a knife. That's a lot of accessories. Alright, turkey. Get that face on in here. It's time to add a knife to it. How do you upgrade your face?
It's kind of funny. So many people call me Sash. It's weird to hear somebody say my full name.
We hear Sasha's name so much every time she plays Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Sushi. Sasha. Like, oh man, Sasha. What did I do? I'm being shot at.
Hey, Chair Table, what's up?
Chair Table, welcome in. How are you?
Oh, that drawing is very dope. Yeah, that one is by
Max
Maximal. He's in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Max is an amazing digital artist.
Yeah, heckin' incredible.
Knife.
It's all good, Jen.
Knife.
I've only ever met one other Sasha in my life. It's such an unusual name. Everyone's like, I got a pet named Sasha. But that's cool with me.
It's weird because, like, literally, I've known so many pets. I've even had my first cat. Actually, it's funny, you guys. My first cat I ever had was named Sasha.
I just realized they weren't talking about the picture that we took about Skytech. They were talking about the art. Oh, there was a question about it earlier. I answered that
was there?
Completely wrong. Oops. Screwed up, I'm sorry. I don't know if they're still here.
Let's go ahead and spin
I'm not sure if they're
knife.
doing commissions, but they do have a Twitter. I might be able to ask them if they're not here.
Yeah, Max was here earlier, but... Max was actually a digital designer for video games, I believe.
Yeah, Pastel, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Whitebeards makes me laugh every time I hear it, because it doesn't even sound remotely like a laugh. It just kind of sounds like he's having a problem, like mid-sentence. But the best laugh, let me think.
Okay, Aaron.
Oh,
I am a
I know.
knife-a-corn.
I don't like the character, but the gas guy, he shoot like that.
I'm a knife-erky.
What was his name?
That sounds kind of awful, though, doesn't it? A knife-erky? I'm a uniferky.
Caesar, yeah, Caesar Clown. Yeah, his is my favorite, even though I don't like that character. He's got the best laugh. Is that one's your favorite too? I think it's really popular because I think
wait.
it's
Pastel, are you asking, like, which would be our favorite laugh? Or are you asking, like, what our laugh would be if we were One Piece characters?
I think favorite One Piece laugh.
And Gambit, what's up? I'm sorry, I don't think I said hello to you. How are you, Gambit?
I don't know if I did either. Welcome in, Gambit. How are you?
I don't know, my laugh would probably be
his
like...
is everyone's favorite, oh my god.
My laugh would probably be kind of like that dog from the old, like, Western cartoon. Oh, crap. Snidely Whiplash's dog.
Oh.
It would just be a little... It would sound like air getting let out of a tire at intervals.
Mine would probably... I hate the guy, but Blackbeard's, maybe? I feel like... Maybe it just
Mudley.
sounds really loud in my head, but like...
Thank you, Plinth. And what's up, Plinth?
thank you,
How are
Plinth.
you?
And welcome in, how are you?
Or maybe
Trying to
just
get
do
you to
something
make
like...
goofy
Where?
That sounds like Whitebeard's kinda. That dog's name is Pugsley? Oh no, now I'm confused. I like the girl's laugh. She's got this stripy socks. Heck.
Sounds like a car struggling
Corona.
to start. A lot of their laughs seem... I don't watch
Car
One
struggling
Piece,
to
but
start.
Sasha literally used to fall asleep to One Piece, so I heard most, if not... I heard a large chunk of it.
Yeah, he's not watched it, but he's heard it.
So it would always be like, basically all I would be hearing was just like Yamato and crying and laughing.
Going on.
Yeah.
When you get it. What are the other? Chambres? I love that everyone has a unique laugh. God, that's gotta be one of the best things about One Piece.
What's up, Giraffe? How you doing?
Hey, Captain Trev, welcome in.
Lucas, what's
definitely
up? How are you, Lucas?
Lucas? Huh?
Good to see you, Lucas.
Oh heck, Lucas, welcome in. I'm sorry I didn't see that you said something. How are you? It's good to see you. Playing a lot of Rise? Man, I need to play Rise. I'm gonna try to get on it tomorrow. If there's time. I want to try the new fights. I forget if I was saying something.
Zenogre mantles.
Zenogre?
Anytime I gotta hunt for a mantle apple, I just want to retire again.
Yeah, I never got into Splatoon, but it seems so fun.
Mantles are like the new, do any of you guys remember back when Nargacuga first came around? Nargacuga had, what was the part exactly? It was Black Gravios and Nargacuga. You had to get their spine something.
The brainstem?
Brainstem, yeah, brainstem. And with Black Gravios, you had to cut his horrible little bastard tail off. Same for Narga. I hated that. That was like one of the worst farms in video game history for me. Was Nargacuga and Black Gravios brain stems. I hate them.
Oh, that's a good question. We've never put anything on like a site where you could buy prints, but Max has done some professional art stuff, so maybe he's got an account for something like that. We'll have to send him a DM and see. And I need to ask him if his commissions are open as well.
Yeah, that would definitely be something we'd wanna discuss with him, because we don't have any like any merch or anything. We've thought about it a couple times. We've thrown the idea around, but we haven't. We're very lazy, so we haven't done anything like that yet. But as far as like putting anyone's art on our stuff, we would definitely go over that with them and figure out like what they would want as far as commercial rights and everything. Make sure that they get covered.
But also, since his art's on here, if people ask about it, I would like to be able to answer questions like if they are taking commissions and
yeah, because
stuff like that.
Because if Max is taken, I would like to be able to get some business over to him.
Yeah.
But I don't want to send people over there and
I don't
then,
want to assume.
he's not wanting to do them.
Yeah. So that would be, I feel, something good to know if we're gonna have the art up there.
As far as merchandise, though, like we talk about it, but we can never figure out exactly what we would want to do. So
yeah, I've looked at some sites, but I haven't found one that like has all of the stuff that I want, because I want to do like workout clothes, but not very many of them do like stretchy material stuff, and the ones that do don't have many options otherwise. Oh, Max, awesome. No commissions at the moment?
No commissions? Okay, thank you, Max. Appreciate that.
Have you ever sold prints of your work? Show feet for money. I don't have pretty feet. I don't know if I could get away with that. I mean, I wouldn't mind showing people my feet, but I don't think anyone wants to see them, so I try to make sure I've always got socks on.
My feet, however.
Honestly, I don't know what makes for nice feet, but
I don't actually really know either. I'm afraid to ask that question though. What is the criteria? Yeah. But I think that's probably pretty subjective. It's probably by the person.
I still think Roy probably has nicer feet than I do.
I'll just have to go get that what is it? Is it a manicure or pedicure that's your feet? Which one is it? That's a pedicure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh man, Nendroids, that would be the dream. What the heck? Oh my god. Can you imagine like a little samurai cat Nendroid?
Well, I'm glad you got past the dark era, Max, but tell you what, Max, if you ever decide you want to come back and start selling stuff again, we would be happy to help out.
Yeah, and you might have a buyer for a print of that one, potentially, if you would be interested in doing anything like that.
Ralph, have you ever thought about charging for your work? I think all art has value to it. I mean, a lot of artists are definitely willing to do stuff for free, but I try to convince artists that their work is worth a lot. Because it is, in my opinion, it is, at least.
Yeah, even if it's something you have fun doing, you're still taking time out of your day to do it.
Roy and Sasha Nendroids, Robbie? I don't know about that. That sounds like a waste of time. Well, for Sasha, maybe not, but for me... I would just be a box. I would be a miserable little box of accessories.
I think it'd be cute to do your cat samurai as an android.
Or
that's about where I'm at, Pastel.
A joyful little box of accessories.
When it comes to like other people's feet, though, like I don't even really pay attention. Oh heck, Cryo! Dang! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Cryo, thank you so much for the gifted subs, bro.
That is incredibly kind of you, Cryo. What the heck? I hope you're doing good.
Well, don't let that get you down, Ralph. That right there is just a matter of finding the right audience for your work. Not all art fits all buyers or consumers, and vice versa. Not all consumers fit the market for artists. So.
Oh man, Greatsword is fun. I haven't played with lands much, but I have played with it a little bit. It's pretty fun.
A potential comic book, Max. That would be a really cool comic. If you get that off the ground, let us know.
Yeah, I would love to read it.
Samurai in a box covered in accessories.
Oh, and I owe y'all reps. Oh my god. I should probably
Yep.
like a lot.
That puts us at like 225 actually.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
Sauce has got a whole workout ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, that's kind of how I feel about my art, man. Like, I enjoy doing it, and I do draw, but like, I would never charge anybody for it.
You must be more focused on the hunt than you thought. Are you still after a Shaggy Apple?
Cat samurai in a box covered in... That would be a great idea. Like, accessories that you can attach to them.
Requesting some lifts? Sash could do like some rows, or what day was it?
Oh, I have heard about the Cat Cafe. I would really like to check that out. I think they're doing it correctly.
Meganim Way.
Oh, dang. Nab Knight, thank you so much for the resub.
Yeah, what's up, Nab Knight? Thank you so much for the resub. We appreciate you. That puts us at 250.
Yeah, I appreciate that a ton. Oh my god. And I owe y'all reps. Was somebody asking for a specific lift? Is that... Oh, you want the cat to lift? Wait, you want Ray to lift? Or is there a cat in here? Yeah, it wasn't like day to day, so it shouldn't be too bad, no matter what I have to do.
I'm a bubble machine. That's as good a claim as any. I mean, I'm basically like I'm like a sentient pile of stuff.
Lucas, that is the best nickname for Risen Shaggy. Raggy? Oh my god. That is his name henceforth.
Making a chainsaw charge blade build. You gonna go Leatherface on everybody?
Oh?
Make jackets out of all the monsters. Well, hi, what's up?
I would love to check that out. It's unfortunate the cats are adoptable though, because I'd be getting attached. Oh, was that a raid? Oh heck! Oh my god, Cannon! Thank you for the raid! Oh my goodness!
Hey, Brando, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's amazing to see you. How was your stream?
Thank you for the shout out, Apple. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Apple. Man, you were on top of that. Reese, welcome in. How are you?
You guys should all go check out Cannon.
Hello? Yeah, definitely. If y'all haven't already. Like an amazing streamer. She does like game photography and it's heckin' awesome. You should follow her on Twitter too.
She puts she stops and hangs out in the environments in her game. She actually stops and enjoys all the little ins and outs of everything going on around her in games. Takes pictures, puts it, like Sasha puts it all up on Twitter. But outside of that, she's just an awesome, genuine individual. Just got back from Japan too.
Yeah, it's been fun talking to you about your Japan trip. Oh heck, Jimmy, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Apple.
Yeah, Chibi, thank you so much for the gifted sub.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Apple gets some emotes.
Baby. Oh man, I feel you. Excuse me, John. Sorry.
And for those of you who came in with Bryna's raid, we are Kitty Bit Games.
Oh yeah, I'm Sasha. This is Portia. Thank you for the follow.
And the avatar down here in the corner, my name is Roy. Normally I'm a cat. Chat, however, has redeems that let them completely change my physical form. So I'm a turkey wrapped in random. Nice to meet you guys. We get into all sorts of stuff. We're very community based. We put our chat first. We usually hang out, talk for an hour or two before we get into any games. And when we get to the games, it's variety. It's kind of whatever we feel like playing.
Man, I miss Japan so much. I really hope that we get a chance to go soon. Trying to save money at the moment, though. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
So, Bryna, what was your favorite part about your trip?
Yeah, that's an excellent question.
Because
Right.
I'm sure you gotta. I'm sure you need to go and relax a little bit. Maybe do some maintenance, eat whatever. But
Okay, thank you for the hydrate.
really curious before you go. What was your favorite part of Japan?
And Cryo, your feed sounds exactly like ours. And we really appreciate that you make art for us, Ralph.
Yeah, we love you for it, Ralph. We always appreciate every time you draw anything for us.
Oh, thank you for the follow. And, I don't know if you're in Texas, but you ever want to do like a cooking party? That'd be fun. I heckin' love to cook. Oh, and I didn't hydrate. This is not really hydrating. I'll drink some tea. I'm gonna attempt some Xeno. Couldn't have night. Congrats on the K-bits.
Oh, we'd love to have you cook for us sometimes, Cryo.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you into cooking? Team paper. Wait, was it team paper? I didn't see
Like
what was it?
fish? Ooh, maple poached salmon and fettuccine alfredo. That sounds incredible. Oh, I want to see the Yokohama Gundam so bad.
Yeah, the Yokohama Gundam wasn't there when we were out there. We got to see the Dive City Unicorn Gundam. But
Yeah,
oh, it wasn't paper. Oh no.
Oh, pastel no. And Kyoto was so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, did you
Cryo
go
said
see?
meat, and I thought Pando had. I thought it was like rock paper scissors meat. I was like, wait, what? But then I realized, oh, I asked a question.
Did you go see the Nintendo headquarters while you were in Kyoto?
Yeah, we were only in Kyoto for like a day, maybe 2 days, I think.
Yeah, we were there for like one night.
Yeah, it was very, very
was a
short,
mistake.
and yeah, that was a big mistake. We need to go back for more time. Windows, what's up?
Oh, Windows, welcome in. How are you? We're team gathering.
Your notification only came along now?
What the heck?
Windows, do you go with the Discord notifications, or was it like the Twitch one? Twitch is really bad. Like, Twitch's notifications are complete garbage.
Oh, Witch of Mercury is so good. When you went to the Yokohama Gundam, you thought it was gone? So when your friend was taking you to it, you thought it was Dive City?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's the one that stands, right?
yeah, the one in the Yokohama one actually has full like range of, well, not a full range of motion, but it does move and it
Yeah,
actually walks and everything.
Yeah, kneels and stands up. That's the one I really want to see. I don't think that one existed when we went though.
The Dive City one was really cool though, because it every like hour it transforms, and it transforms to the original Gundam intro theme.
Yeah.
I've got a video of it somewhere.
Oh, we made Goose for Christmas one year, but I don't think we made it right because it wasn't that good. I would be willing to try it again though. I think that was more our fault than the Goose's.
Have to be careful talking about eating goose.
Yeah, it's
Helix
close
isn't in
enough.
the chat, is he?
Oh no, no. Oh no. Don't eat Helix. You'd really like to hike in the mountains? Oh yeah, that's what I want to do next time if we go back. I want to check out some of the rural areas in Japan because I've seen like drone shots of fields and stuff and it's just flipping gorgeous. Oh my god. I want to like go bike riding.
Yeah, we went out to Okinawa, and there's
Ooh,
another
Okinawa's so nice.
island right off of it called Iijima Island. We went
Mhm.
there and we climbed a small mountain there, not nearly as big as anything like Fuji, but it was still
Yeah.
pretty big, and that was really
was-
nice.
It was a very sharp incline. It was like straight up. So it was a pretty incredible view.
What have they turned me into?
I don't know what he has become.
Windows. I'm an amalgamation of anything you've never wanted to buy at a gift shop. It's all here. Your foam fingers. Your coloring books. Well, people might want to buy those. Your gun lances. I'd buy one of those. Your heart glasses. Sun hats. Everything is here. There's even a knife in my face.
Portia's always so cooperative for those photos. I'll sit down like 5 minutes before we start and just like Roy will stand here and she'll talk to him. I'll snap a picture. It's great.
Use the Twitter
It's just so
notifications,
good.
Apple. Are those pretty good? I mean, I actually use Twitter for a lot of stuff. I think I use Twitter more than I use Twitch as far as notifications for the streamers we watch. But a lot of the streamers that we watch don't use Twitter. I wish they
Yeah.
would, but they don't.
The ones that do, that is very helpful because that usually gets me over to their streams. It's either that or I rely on Twitch, and sometimes Twitch will just like straight not have people in the list, which is really frustrating.
Oh, I saw that one, Robbie. The housing project in Osaka, the one on NHK World. Yeah, that Gigantor. That's a
Oh,
really
what?
cool project they got going.
I have not heard of that.
Yeah, it's a 25-foot tall statue of Gigantor.
Oh no! What? I should look that up. That's insane. That's huge.
I think it actually started off as like a private, like a private neighborhood dude, just some homeowner just wanted to build Gigantor, and then it kind of escalated.
I can't believe that's real. I gotta look into that.
Man,
I think
Cryo,
it did
what
need to
kind
be
of
sweet.
rotisserie do you have for a goose? We have a little air fryer, and that thing is about to die already from just chickens.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a Japanese toaster oven with a rotisserie built into it, and I don't know if like the chickens here are too big or what, but it's worn the motor out. Maybe we just use it too much.
You spent the entire stream of the character creator, man. Jen, that's
Oh, your character going looks so cool.
Yeah, you want to make sure it looks as good as possible. So.
Yeah, you look at them all the time.
You can change them though later on in the game. So
Oh, I love Jahara's going live stuff. She's put a lot of work into making the notification look cool.
Jahara puts a lot of work into pretty much everything. She does an intense amount of work on like all the stuff she does. She's very committed.
Oh, movie man, I'm sorry to hear that. I think that's perfectly normal. I mean, I still think about cats that I've had and cry. So I'm sure people that were huge in your life, that's not strange at all.
Yeah, Pastel. I think Saki said a few times in when we were in the streams how she doesn't like to use Twitter.
Yeah, I can see why people don't like to use Twitter, but there's too many good things. I can't drop it. It's not all good though. I won't lie. You have to put in a lot of work to make your feed like positive. Yeah, exactly, Cryo. Largest Ronco rotisserie. Oh wait, is that a real thing? Ronco? Is that a brand? That's why history will forget your air fryer, probably. Needed to train more.
And movie man, it's definitely very natural. It's very normal. I wouldn't worry about it. We come from a lot of years of society telling you can't cry or you shouldn't cry, especially if you're a male, especially if you're a boy, guy, whatever. It's always been the thing, but you know what? It's no good to put your emotions back and bottle them up. You should let them out, process them. That way you can move along the process from grief, loss, get through the whole natural process to where, you can get to where you're level and happy again. Because, your grandpa, he wouldn't want you to be sad. But it is perfectly fine to be sad. It dehydrates you. Be sure to have some Gatorade on hand.
Yeah, stay hydrated. But it's
I
totally
cry in the
okay.
pool or the shower. Or anywhere no one will hear me.
Man, I heckin' love having a rotisserie, but it doesn't work very well anymore, and I don't know where to get one that's like not gonna take up a huge amount of space and be expensive. I didn't know
Literally
Instapot
me,
had
what's up?
Oh, literally me, welcome in. How are you? I didn't know Instapot had a attachment for that though. I might have to look into that one. Cry in space. Your tears can float around you. Your dad passed away over 10 years ago and it still hurts. Yeah, exactly. It gets easier over time, but I don't think it completely goes away.
Definitely agree.
Yeah,
Happy.
absolutely happy.
Yeah, it's definitely normal. I lost my mom a few years ago, as well as my sister and my best friend, and it takes a long time. I mean, I still find myself getting pretty sad about it, but I mean, I remind myself that they wouldn't want me to be that way. They wouldn't want me to be sad, so it's good, but it's still fine to be sad and cry when you need to, as you need to. It's healthy, really. You, like I said, you just shouldn't bottle it up.
Yeah, it's better to let it happen, and then that helps you feel better in the future.
Having emotions is just another form. It's just another way of knowing you're alive. If you ever get to a point where you're just not feeling anything, no matter what happens, then I would say you definitely need to reach out and try to find some way of, you know, better reading and expressing yourself. But as long as you're feeling things, that's good. That means you're alive. And that's very normal.
Excellent. Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I agree there as well. Windows. I've most often been that pillar in the past, and it does definitely help to be able to have that level of stoicism when you need it, especially when it comes to helping out others.
They said when you have a dream and a vision, fight for it no matter what. That is good words to live by for sure.
Cryo, that's a heck of a sentence. I whispered my oven into you.
Thank you, Cryo. I'll check it out. I do need another rotisserie. I was actually just talking about that earlier today. We've got a ton of chickens in the freezer that I need to use. Your dad's gone almost 20 years ago and your mom was about 15 years. You still think about both? Yeah, it's not... I don't think that's something you ever really get over. I've never lost somebody that close to me yet, but... I still big sad about, like, pets that I've lost. Their family too, but... Yeah, they wouldn't want you to be sad. And yeah, you've always got people in your life.
Cryo, I saw that. The Aurora's coming up, man.
Oh, what?
I'm still gonna go out there.
North enough.
I'm still gonna go out there after the stream and see if maybe I can spot something. But yeah, here in Texas, I think we are pretty a bit far south.
Makes me want to say that to somebody in public. Can I whisper my oven to you? Oh, the Aurora? Oh man, I don't think we're heckin' south, so probably it's not visible, but it was chilly today, so I wonder if we have any chance. And remind me when there's not a cat in my lap. I need to do some reps.
Reps.
Yes.
Yeah, because that, 250, it's gonna take you a little bit to get through that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why it took so long, but I just now got here. The whisper. Oh, you whispered the Aurora forecast? Oh, that's what I just got. Yeah, I can do some bicep curls for sure. It may reach to Texas? Oh man, that's insane. We're in North Texas, so if it does reach Texas, well, like Northeast, so we're not like Amarillo, but we might actually be able to see it. Oh man.
That'd be pretty cool if we could. I've never actually seen an Aurora myself.
Yeah, never in person. And I have no blood in my foot. It's dead. But if I move, Portia will leave. Oh, oh no.
Well, I guess it's rep time then. Shall I grab the wheel?
And somebody just asked for, Blah asked for bicep curls, so I guess I will do that first, and then whatever you spin, I will do that next. You saw it when you flew to Alaska once? It was beautiful. And it looks beautiful in videos. I'd really like to see it. I'm really looking forward to seeing who they pick for Abby. I hope that they're actually buff. Oh yeah, Lucas loved this song.
They have to be. Whoever they pick for Abby literally has to be buff. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna be sad if they're not.
The series has
There's
been
so
too
little
highly acclaimed
representation.
so far. I don't see them screwing up that point. I think they're gonna do it right. But if they did, man, people would be mad.
Oh man, share table. I've seen a tornado in person. It wasn't terribly close, but it was terrifying. Claire's Abby is perfect. Like, and I think she can act. I'm not sure. I could be lying.
No, Abby. Abby. I straight up called Claire Abby. She's that convincing.
She Abby. Oh Jesus, Joe. Welcome in. How are you?
Joe, what's up? How are you?
Would be insane. What?
Oh. But she does. Claire has done acting, like over on Kyle's YouTube channel. She does the voice acting for the AI on his channel, and I think she's done some. She's also done a couple of little, like, if you go back, you can find there's a cosplay show that she was doing on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I've seen some clips.
So yeah, she's got some background doing stuff. I don't know if she would be interested in something as big as that part, but I mean.
Yeah, I'd love to see her do it though, if that's something she'd like to do. And before I start doing reps, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. I think we've got an ad break coming anyway. Oh no, just kidding. That was something else.
No, we do have an ad break starting in here, just a few seconds, so we won't start up anything while the ad's going, you guys. So feel free to grab yourself a snack, a drink, a stretch. We'll be back.
And I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.
You're heading to bed, Apple? Have a good one. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us as always. We appreciate you, Apple.
Yeah, Apple, have a great sleep and a great week. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, have a great week, Apple. Windows, you're doing gathering? I love gathering. Gathering and crafting in 14 is just nice and not cathartic, just therapeutic. It's nice and chill. I've always enjoyed it. What's up, Crash? How you doing? Good to see you. Ooh, Cryo, thank you for the hydrate. I kind of need it.
This is a Game Chops jam.
This is a Game Chops jam. Hey, have a great night, Pineapple. Thanks for dropping in, hanging out. Hope your week is great. Working on some relic stuff. Finished up to current on the Nin daggers. Oh, you finished that early, so you're doing some gathering tools now. Oh, you doing some gathering as well, Joe? Or some crafting? Darksteel's always done pretty decent. I used to be really big into the Darksteel ingot market too. See, my problem is, y'all, I used to love making gil by crafting and gathering, but then I discovered that I could just buy stuff cheaper on other servers and bring it back to my server and sell it. And ever since, I've been the most lazy gil maker ever.
Oh, Crash, welcome in. How are you? Oh, yeah, I think you may not be the only one whose notification didn't come. You're never late, though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no worries, Crash. We don't worry about any of that around here. It's good to see you. How's your weekend been?
Or build Abby up from an angry teen. Did they show Abby's backstory in the game? Oh, is the ad still going?
It's only got like 30 seconds, so by the time you get everything set up, I think it'll be done.
Did you? You didn't do the wheel, right?
Did I what?
Did you spin the wheel yet?
The ad is like just about to end. They should be over now.
Okay. Well,
I think most people can still see the screen when ads are on, they just can't hear the audio. You platinum both trophies? Or both games? Hey, Sickle, what's up? How you doing, bro? Lazy weekend, much money lost to all the administrative needs. It happens sometimes. These things happen. Right, Robbie? I was about to say, Sasha's quads are kind of popping tonight. Was it leg day?
it was leg day yesterday.
Oh, okay. So that's like the... Oh, so you're probably... Your legs are probably looking good, but probably feeling kind of...
Yeah, Sydney destroyed my hamstrings. They've not been this sore in a minute.
Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know why I put these in my seat.
So that was 25 curls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want a CX. Well, thank you, Robbie.
Let me update the rep det. Let me know when you want to use the wheel, though.
I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but Viljarta, thank you. Oh, good man, how are ya? Oh, distance bike training starts for you on Tuesday?
Hey, Vild, what's up? Welcome on in.
Man, biking's awesome. Oh, true, yeah. That could be part of why they're sore. Yeah, that was like at least 200. You working on 7 Remake currently? Oh, because the Diva cosplay, hey!
Oh,
yeah,
Jen.
we're working on 7 as well. We'll get to it eventually.
Jen remembers. For some reason, I forgot that yesterday you did all squats, so that's probably the other reason.
Yeah, that was a mistake. They are incredibly sore today. Oh, Persona, welcome in. How are you?
What's up, Persona? You came in just in time. We're doing some reps.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do some more 7 tonight. I'm trying to get all the boxes and materia in the... I'm turning off some lamps and stuff in the reactor right now. Oh, I don't have headphones in. Did you spin the thing? Did I miss it?
Oh, no, not yet. Are you wanting the wheel?
Oh, yeah, whenever you're ready.
Let's go.
I'm gonna see if I can get maybe 100 done.
Calf raises.
Calf raises? Okay. Hey, thank you for joining, Persona. I wish I could figure out a better way to do the calf raises, because it feels very Blair Witch to just stand back here and do.
Oh, don't worry. It's plenty for everyone to see, because the calves are... You'll just want to move left a bit and back. Like right next to the chair a little bit. A little more back. And a little more left. A little more left. Right there should be perfect. Sasha's calves are starting to separate. You can see it. Like, she's starting to get to where she has those 2 calf muscles. Like, they're starting to get some division. Crazy.
It's always been my dream. I've never had much calf.
Yeah, blah. It's gonna be like... They said it's gonna be 3 games, but I don't see them sticking the entirety of Final Fantasy VII in that. I'm imagining every one of the 3 games having a hefty DLC, like what we got with Yuffie, you know, Intergrade. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that for her, Vincent, and maybe Sid. Maybe, you know what, Ketchi, or maybe Ketchi might actually get a DLC. I think it'd be cool if they dove into him.
I forgot about DLC. That's probably how they're gonna do it.
Let's spin that. You said you wanted to do 100?
Yeah, probably 100 should be fine.
So we got 50 more then.
Oh man, that can be really easy to do. I knew a girl who, like, you could look at her calves and see a difference.
We got Rose.
Rose?
Yep.
I'm not actually trying to add muscle, I just like to lift. And I'm always trying to go heavier weights, so if it happens, it happens, but I'm not really specifically trying to get any bigger. I just enjoy the process, I guess.
I really hope that you're right, Windows. I'm kind of leaning toward agreeing with you there, Windows, because after they did Crisis Core, if they gave what is it? If they gave Dirge of Cerberus the same treatment as Crisis Core got, I'd be down. But I think it'd be cool if they used a bit of what they learned from making the Nier games, you know, the Nier engine. I think the Nier engine would probably be pretty dang nice as a basis for doing a Dirge of Cerberus. So if they did, instead of Vincent, who do you think would make for good DLC characters? I would really like to see Ketchi. Yeah, Jen, they didn't really go in depth on a lot of characters. Like Yuffie didn't get that much time, and I really think that's why they put her into Intergrade. But Yuffie's a nice pick because Yuffie had a lot of time in Crisis Core. She was actually there for quite a bit of that game, so she's a nice glue for the titles.
Ooh, it'd be really cool if they
Atticus,
made
what's up?
into a game.
Atticus, how you doing? We get a shout out for Atticus, please.
How are you? Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Red 13, or man, I would love to see the Turks get some like real attention.
Jen, thank you for the shout out for Atticus.
Thank you, Jen. You got Rose again?
What?
Your arms.
I've never seen
from the
Rose twice.
Yeah, since you just did it, if you need a bit of a breather. Yeah, you guys should all go check out Atticus. Atticus has super chill vibes, is a really fun streamer to hang out with, and is working on the lofty goal of working down every comic book game. Yeah, the Turks would be great to get like to have like a DLC for. The Turks, Ketchi, and honestly, you know what? I would actually kind of really like to see Barrett get more love. Can you imagine if we got a DLC where it covered like everything that Barrett went through with dying and, you know, all of that stuff, you know, him and Marlene and their backstory? I think that would be really cool.
That would be really nice to see.
Because they touched on it in the original Final Fantasy VII, but I don't think it got the screen time that it should have. Like, once you get past the Gold Saucer section,
losing his arm. Oh.
Barrett's story just kind of falls by the wayside. Like, there's not really much to Barrett after Gold Saucer.
And I bet his story is so interesting.
Yeah, if they could cover like how he came to come to Midgar and everything, like that whole storyline and leading up to 7, that would be really cool.
And how he got his gun arm. Oh man, I love having dumbbells around. I remember when we got into Destiny, the load times were really long, so we used to do reps during load screens.
Hey, Jets fan, what's up? I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you. How are you, Jets fan?
I think I said hi to Jets fan, but I don't remember for sure. Welcome in, I hope you're doing good. Gun arm. I think I was gonna say something just... Oh, I'd love to see Wedge get more time, but it's not gonna happen.
No, that would be actually pretty cool if they covered like how Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse.
Wigs and Bedge.
Wigs and Bedge. Wessie.
Wessie. That would be really cool. I don't see it happening, but Wedge is my favorite.
Bessie, Wiggs, and Jedge.
Jidge.
No, Jigs. It'd be Jigs. Or wait, no, Jedge? I don't know. I'm confusing myself.
I bet a lot of people would play that, blah. Like, kind of like the weird spin-off they did with just designing rooms for Animal Crossing. It'd be kind of that kind of vibe. But I think, man, I would buy that.
I love city management sims, blah. I'm with you. And you never know, blah, what we could get, because we did just get the ability. We can now go into 7th Heaven and various parts of Midgar and power wash them clean. So, in a world where you can do that, I'm willing to bet we could possibly maybe hope for some kind of a collab with a popular city builder.
Every two guys pairing on TV, you call them Biggs and Wedge. That's a great idea.
Wiggs, Jedge, and Bessie. That sounds like some southern. That goes real southern, real hard, Jen.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The misadventures of Wiggs, Jedge, and Bessie.
God, that's hilarious.
All of them have their own pet cats and aurochs.
Yes.
They retire from they retire from enviroterrorism. Well, enviroactivism, really, to go and they rebuild or like make a new farm out next to Calm.
Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse farming sim.
Speaking of like sim games, blah, have you tried Terra Nil? It's that new one where it's like the anti-city builder, where you're actually going in and cleaning up the planet and tearing down like old city waste and stuff and rebuilding the planet, like bringing back the environment. You were wondering why she stood up. Porsche don't care. She got the seat all to herself. So let's see. You did 100 from 250, so that's gonna put us down to 150.
Wait, there was another 50? What the heck?
Yep, 150 left.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
You doing some stitching, Ralph?
I know I would.
Nice. What are you stitching?
Ooh.
I haven't done any sewing in quite a while. I'm pretty bad at it, but I enjoy it.
Oh, you're making a blanket? That sounds awesome.
Oh, before you put the headphones on, is the Elgato and everything hooked up?
Oh yeah, everything's good.
It's all good?
Yep.
Okay. Well then, whenever you want to hop into the game, because we are over halfway.
Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god.
You guys see Porsche? She's like, I'm not sure if I want to bat at the headphone things, or if I just
Is it
want to
worth
wait
it?
for her to sit down.
The Elgato. That was funny to us too when we heard the name of the town. Whoa. Can't reach.
Good old Elgato. Elgato?
Playing games on Twitch? Man,
What do
yeah,
you mean?
who does
People
that?
ain't playing nothing on Twitch. Twitch is just a town hall. We just all chat on Twitch. Which would be totally fine by me. I love to talk.
Yeah, obviously it'd be cool with me too. I almost forgot. I didn't realize it got so late. Flipping dark outside and all. I think for the flex. Let me just throw that away. Or put it away, or rather.
Sash
Just
with
throw
these
the whole
crazy
remote-
chair leans where I think she's just gonna end up
I'm just gonna like
wiping
eat
out.
the floor. Yeah. Since it was Inosuke's birthday, I think yesterday, I'll do his pose. can't really do the finger thing very well. What else does he do?
Tip your knee out to your left and just put your elbow on it.
Knee to my
Yeah.
left.
Out, put your elbow on it, and like just do kind of, yeah, like that. There you go. That's basically a flex, just doing that. No, it brings out your traps. Your traps and your delts.
Oh yeah, I never really do trap flexes, do I?
Plus you look comfy, and I want you to look comfy. You always sit
Mm.
like you aren't comfy, and it bothers me.
Yeah, I just am very stiff when I'm nervous. I'll just be doing that.
I'd be over here just sitting in my chair like it's a flipping throne or something, just like
That-
hanging back. And
That is the joy of being a VTuber.
you can do it too, I'm telling you.
How
Actually-
flex traps? Okay.
If I were on camera, I'd be able to relax way more because I wouldn't have to worry about facial tracking.
Oh, true. Yeah, you have to face the thing.
I'd be back there with Axel. I would be back there like chilling with Axel. I don't care how anyone else does a stream. I would be just laying down and doing whatever. I need to be comfortable.
Yeah, clearly not, because we just be doing whatever.
I'm not at a cubicle. This is not a job. I would just be chilling.
This might be a mistake. My traps are already pretty massive. I don't think I want them any bigger. I already, like, my straps fall off and stuff. I always get things that are solid in the back so that the straps can't slide off my shoulders. 'Cause
Yeah, her
it's a perfect
traps
slip
and
down.
delts are probably her most intense features.
Tense.
If she actually focused on her traps, I don't know. She'd probably
Yeah.
have them up to her ears.
Yeah, I don't work my traps. His name Jules? Wait, the guy in Wall Street? Or Market Street? What the heck do they call it? Walmart?
Wall Market?
Walmart.
Market Street?
Oh my god.
Wall Street?
I just said everything that was not that.
The jewels of Wall Market.
Yeah.
That's what we can name the game.
I appreciate your help. Anytime I'm worried about looking small, I just have to go outside. Somebody will tell me otherwise. Did I just come over here? Where am I?
Girl, I can't remember where you been.
Girl.
Oh, you need to go get the materia from that fan.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can do that just yet. I think you have to shut off the power for all of these first.
Yeah.
So look for fans that are blue. See how that one's red?
You think
If
it was
there's any
blue?
fans that are blue or like bluish green, those are the ones that are still on. I think they said there were 3 you need to turn off.
Oh man, Lucas, you were not kidding. We went and saw it first day because we would have been spoiled. But, so many things would have been spoiled already. It's not going to proceed with the... Oh, did I already turn this one off?
If you look up at it, look up, it's off. It's red.
Oh, I see. Oh, I already came this way?
So if you look out, see that one? That one's off. So look for those that are on. They'll be green or blue instead of red.
Oh, I think all 3 are off now.
Okay, so then
So I'm just getting items now, right?
I think so. Because Tifa said you'd have to go turn off all the bulbs, and then you'd have to come back to where they were at before, which the sign she made note of was H01.
01 or 03? Oh.
01. So H01 is where you gotta go after you've turned everything. Wait, look left. That one is on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Seahorse. I don't remember if I... did the thing.
Assess everything. Trust nothing.
Oh, these are the spinny ones. I keep forgetting you can lock on in this. Spin. I hope Portia is comfortable.
Oh, I gotta change the category.
Oh, Brett.
I'm lying to everyone on Twitch right now. We're not just chatting. We're chatting and Taco Bell. Final Fantasy.
Chatting and Taco Bell. It's chatting and fantasy at Taco Bell. Yeah.
We have mixed Final Fantasy and Taco Bell.
Oh, you're right, we have. You gonna charge your phone? I will catch you later, blah. If we don't see you again, have a great week. Playing games. Final Taco Fantasy. We do sometimes play the games. Can y'all see Portia? No. For shame.
Have a good one, Blah. Thanks for coming hanging out. We appreciate you.
Yeah. You go plus Orutura as well?
Final Bell Taco Fantasy.
Mm.
So what is your Taco Bell go-to item that counts as your, I guess, Phoenix Down?
Does it have to be healing?
Well, ultimately Taco Bell is probably not healing.
I think it's,
It's like one of those buff items that comes with a negative, like a debuff as well.
yeah, so like it,
Boost strength, makes you farty.
yeah, comes with a debuff.
Crunchwrap Supreme, I love me a good Crunchwrap. Have you ever had the black bean one, Sickle? I'm definitely no vegetarian, but they're Taco Bell's vegetarian items are pretty dang good.
I get a lot of their vegetarian items and add beef. Add steak, rather.
APS9, what's up? How you been, bro?
BS9, welcome in. How are ya?
Taco Bell is Baldachin's blessing.
It's like eating rotten meat in Minecraft. Yeah, it cures your hunger, but it comes with a debuff.
Big sword time.
Big sword.
It's like eating rotten meat in Minecraft. I'm still alive, but am I really?
Is that really all that's over here? I don't remember that item being good. The heck, I think it was. It wasn't a Phoenix Down, but I don't remember what it was.
It's like, do you wanna starve to death? Or do you wanna eat to death?
I get a lot of.
You always get the beef? If you ever
I
get a
know.
chance, Sickle, if you want to try something different, the bean ones are pretty dang good. They're really hefty. You can always add meat to them too.
That's what I do. I get a lot of the vegetarian stuff.
Yes,
Add steak.
you guys, Sasha orders like this, like from so many places. If they have vegetarian items and non-vegetarian items, she'll usually not get the vegetarian or not get the non-vegetarian items. She will order the vegetarian stuff and add meat to it.
It's
funny.
usually better. Like if you go to ramen joints, the vegetarian ramen is always like the awesome creamy broth, so I'll get that and add chashu. It's so good though.
Sash just likes to live in chaos.
The dollar loaded grills. Oh man, I miss their grilled XXL grilled stuffed burrito. Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there was I'm missing. There's two materia I'm trying to get. There's the one in the fan, and there's a blue one.
Yeah, that one in HO7 is you had to come around from the other side. I think you had to go above it, and there should be an elevator that goes down to it. There's some boxes there you haven't broken, so that leads me to believe you haven't been to this section
I
yet.
think they're respawning because Tifa was like, "Oh, we're back where we started." but I think one of these works. I think this one. So maybe I need to like go up and over.
The dollar-loaded grills. Wait, Persona, are you talking about the ones where you had the different dips that came with them?
Barrett, are you making fun of me right now? I don't know where I'm going. Twitchy, welcome in. How are ya? Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back, McTwitchy. What's up?
They just stopped playing with the nacho fries. They had for like a couple days nacho fries as nachos, like in a bowl with stuff on them. But our Taco Bell stopped having it.
Saki!
Oh, heck, Saki! Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you
Saki,
playing
what's
tonight?
up? Thank you so much for the raid. Henry,
Oh, Beefy
Smurf,
Frito.
Smiles,
Smurf Smiles, Meta Shinryu, welcome in.
Meta. What's up, you guys? How's
Ollie?
everyone doing tonight?
Thank you for the shout out for Saki. Oh, you're playing something retro? Oh. What were you playing tonight?
Yeah, what were you getting
Hello,
into,
hello.
Saki? What's up, Hollow? How are you? You guys should all go follow Saki. We can't
Yeah.
say enough good things about Saki.
Your stream is so heckin' aesthetic. I love it. And Saki is the best.
Yeah, she's one
Oh,
of
you were
my
gonna Mega
favorite
Man
people
X?
on
Oh.
Twitch. Absolutely pleasant individual. Every time I go in there, it's just like, it's just a good time. You really cannot have a bad time over at Saki's place. Saki does like literally everything though. Cool real life streams,
Yeah.
unboxings. She's into like old office stuff, well, vintage stuff.
Vintage
Old's kind of
typewriters, yeah.
a bad word. Gets into all kinds of cool like Lego sets, games. Just go check out Saki. Trust me, it's a good time.
I hope you had a good weekend as well. Oh, and she's like so flippin' funny.
Oh, you're doing Mega Man X again? How are you liking it, Saki? Like, what do you think of the gameplay? I always prefer the X series to base Mega Man myself. X4 was my favorite, I think. Because of Zero. I like
Yeah,
the one
Zero
where you
looks
don't
cool.
have to play as Mega Man.
Oh, there's music playing.
Oh, that means you can buy the soundtrack from the vending machine, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
should be
I
in
need
there.
to be talking to all the vending machines. Oh.
It's taking you forever, but you're determined to beat it. The Mega Man games are not easy games, Saki,
Yeah,
so
no. They seem incredibly difficult.
you were definitely not alone. Oh, Saki, Pastel was telling me that you guys have been watching JoJo lately. How have you been liking it?
Oh yeah, we need to do that. Are you enjoying it?
You guys are like just starting JoJo from nearly the beginning, if not the beginning, right?
I have some.
FDO though. I think the world
Yeah.
is of that opinion.
Yeah. I think that's pretty common opinion. Is that true? You like Dio?
Dio do be kind of a doo-doo head though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good time, you guys.
Yeah.
I actually really hate the fact that we stream on the same nights because we
Oh,
want
it's
to be
so
watching.
unfortunate.
We see Saki. You hop on like right before our stream. We're like, no, we can only catch a few minutes of Saki's streams.
We need to change our schedule.
Gotta chop the Sunday.
Mm.
Saki's actually been doing Thursdays too lately though, so getting on that pro streamer schedule.
Ooh. I don't know why. I really like Thursday streams. Maybe it's just Resident Evil, but those are really fun.
Oh, this is one of the Chocobo themes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Chocobo Electric or something. I forget what they called it. Electric Chocobo.
Oh yeah, Smiles, I got faith. Saki can do it. I think it's a lot more fun to watch people who have difficulty when it comes to a certain game. Like it's cool to watch people play games and do them like perfectly, but I don't know. I like to watch people like. I think it's just more fun and involving if the player has some trouble with stuff.
Yeah, you get invested in seeing them actually do it.
Yeah, because then you can cheer them on, you can get in there with them, and then when they win, it just feels better. Like if someone's really good at a game, it's cool, but it's like, I don't know.
It's impressive, but like the victories don't feel as good.
Yeah. It's just like it's something you expect. And then yeah, like Hollow said, you can troll them too.
No, I could never.
Poor Mo.
Yeah, Mo is like such a good sport about it.
Well, Mo also knows that all that comes from a loving place.
Yeah.
We all love the Mo.
And he'll just like give it right back. It's hilarious.
We were actually playing some 14 last night, Saki.
Yeah. Man, 14 is awesome. I
Oh,
turned
the
Mount
fan
Music
is off?
off though, because oh my goodness.
You can go and get that materia.
I can get it. And that's the summon one. Oh. Materia, man. Whoa, fuck. That's the timer. You did it. Oh, are you kidding me right now?
I can't remember what this part is or why it was timed. I think you have to go hit a
The
button.
fan's probably gonna come back on. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
You're gonna explode in 46 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, Saki, thank you so much for sharing your community with us. We really appreciate you. If you want to hang out and chat, you know we love to chat, but if you need to get a shower, you know, do some maintenance, get some food, rest, whatever you need. Feel free. Wait, Saki, did you... I can't remember, did you ever go back to Dead Space?
I don't blame you if you didn't. Oh my god.
I really feel that like you kind of had the same like I think Sasha had the same experience as you did on Dead Space. Like she's not good with survival horror, and she gave it 2 streams and did pretty dang well in my opinion. But after the second one, she was pretty much like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I was getting used to it, but it was like incredibly exhausting to be scared for a long period of time. Man, I don't blame you at all.
The timer ran out, and now the screen is ominously red, but
yeah.
What happened? I don't remember this part for some reason. Dead Space later race. Hey Max, thank you so much for hanging out, bro. We appreciate you. Have a great week.
Oh, Max, yeah, have an awesome sleep and an awesome week. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, dang, Saki. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Henry.
Oh, Saki, you rated us. You didn't have to gift a gift sub as well. Thank you so much.
That is way too sweet of you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset it. There's no way.
Nah, no worries, Max. Don't worry about that. We just like to see you. We're not worried about any participation or anything. It's just good to see you. Oh, by the way, Max, hope everything goes well with your renovation.
Yeah. There's never any pressure on y'all to really do anything.
Oh my god, Jen, you're right. That's why the screen is red, because Sasha's bleeding to death.
Oh, I'm dying. That's why.
Cloud is like, oh, it hurts.
All better.
God, it hurts. Won't say anything, but God, hurts.
Procedure not
Okay.
completed within the time.
Reactivating ventilation system.
Okay, switching ventilation
I
system.
was crestfallen to see I needed to upgrade the PC to play the new Dead Space.
Oh
Dug
no!
out the old 360 to play that and Dark Watch.
Oh, you played the old version, man. How did it look? Because, like, in my mind, it looked just as good as it does now. Back on the 360, but there's no way it actually did.
Thank you for the biddies, Bleezy.
Yeah,
The old
thank you.
360. I think I'll have to start calling it that.
The whole 360.
Goofy,
Goofy?
what's up? How are you? Good to see you, Goofy.
Welcome in. How are ya? Everyone grab an umbrella. Oh no, why blood loss? Oh, it's slow but moving along pretty well. Glad to hear it, Max. I hope it's completed quickly.
Crossbox 300. Oh my god, Jen.
Crossbox.
I hear the word crossbox and that gives
It's
me
triggering.
PTSD for my job.
The
Crossbox is
big
what
old
we
game box.
the crossbox is what we call the boxes where all the wiring was at my old
Oh,
job.
right.
So every job I had to find the crossbox.
Oh, cause game. Dead Space do be having a lot of blood. Okay, so what? I have to pay attention. What do? Mm-hmm. That's so dangerous. I have a
Wait, are the
minute.
fans out here? Like, are you going to get the materia now?
Yes. Wait. Oh, okay. No, I have it backwards.
Oh,
The timer
okay.
went away. So I have to do that fight
Oh,
in that
I
amount
got
of
you.
time. That's
So it's just a time fight then. Cool.
Naruhodo. Ain't gonna happen. Mhm.
Yeah, Bleezy, it looks really good. The new Dead Space looks fantastic. I need to finish it. This kind of seems like the year of remakes. We've got Final Fantasy VII. Well, no, wait, no. The remake's not gonna be until next year. The part 2 of it. We're seeing a lot of like old stuff getting brought back now.
Yeah, and I'm here for it because I've missed a lot of games. So I'm either gonna have to try to get my hands on them or.
Oh, Unix. What's up, Unix? How are you? You're right. Advance
Oh,
Wars
Unix,
did
oh,
just
come
drop.
on.
I need to get that. You reminded me.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, like, I mean, I'm digging it too, but there's definitely a lot of like remakes and remasters that coming out. It's the era of the new old games. If you guys could have any game remade, like Final Fantasy VII remake level, like they put that kind of production into it, what game would you guys like to see remade?
9?
Final Fantasy IX?
Mm.
You haven't even played it.
Yeah, but I know I'd like it, and I want to play it. Pretty? Who knows? We'll pull it out.
There's just like a summonable god just hanging out in the fan here. Who left that
Just
here?
chilling.
Chrono
Oh,
Trigger?
yeah. I think a lot of people would like to see Parasite Eve.
Ooh, Chrono Trigger came up twice immediately. I would love to see
Mm.
Chrono Trigger come back. Dark
Oh,
Watch.
the original Kingdom Hearts?
Bahamut Lagoon. Wow, Sickle. That one had really good sprite work, except for there was parts where they were really still, but outside of that, the sprite work in that game was really nice.
It would be lovely to see the old Kingdom Hearts in the graphics of the newest one. Ooh, Bloodborne. Oh, man. That is a good one.
Ooh, Splatterhouse. The new Splatterhouse was pretty meh,
Metal
but
Gear.
I would like to see the old ones come back.
I'd love to see 3 in, like, modern graphics.
I think Parasite Eve 2, or not 2, Parasite Eve would be a really good one to come back, Smiles. I think it would do really well. They would have to
Yeah.
revisit all of that science, though, because we were playing
Oh,
Parasite Eve
it's
1 back
bad.
last year. And as we were, like, doing... Because it didn't have voice work, right? So as we were reading it, Sash took a lot of bio classes in college. So, like, as we were going through the game,
I don't
she was
think you
finding
need-
all sorts of contradictions in the science.
I don't think you need science classes to know that microscopes don't work like that. Like, there were, like, cinematic camera views in the cell. Like, what? And, like, when they were zooming in, they showed atoms, and then the organelles, like, that... No, they're bigger than atoms. What are you doing?
Well, we do have to think back that 1998 was
Yeah.
a whole different era. It was literally a different freaking time, so...
Oh, it can't happen? Yikes. I wonder if... Is the author still doing anything? Maybe they could make something like a spiritual successor.
You're afraid of remakes? Because they tend to come with lesser gameplay? There's been a few decent remakes, but yeah,
Yeah.
usually remakes aren't that great. I did really like Trials of Mana, though. Trials of Mana, if that studio were to do a Chrono Trigger remake, I think they would do a really good job.
Who's the studio that's been doing... Like, they did Demons of Souls? They do really loyal remakes. I think they do an incredible job. I can't remember what they're called, though.
Hey, Bodo, what's up? Nice to meet you. Metal Gear Solid. Someone else said, yeah, Crash said Metal Gear as well. I would really like
Yeah.
to see Metal Gear done right.
And Boda, welcome in. How are ya? Oh, that's fans. So I need to come around to that blue materia from some other direction. I imagine it's some way over here. I don't remember where exactly that was, though.
Square is don't get me wrong, I love Square. I mean, obviously we work with them, but we also play like a ton of their stuff.
Oh
But
yeah, I play everything they make.
Square,
love hate relationship with Square.
Square does kind of tend to maintain kind of love-hate relationships with even their developers, their writers, like the Parasite Eve writer. You know, Tetsuya, the creator of Xenogears, and now Xenoblade. They've had a few other instances where they just didn't quite get along well. Like, yeah, they've had a lot of talent leave.
Even Yoko Taro says they're like keeping them in the basement, which I'm sure is not true.
Gitaru Man, now that would be a really cool remake. I'd love to see maybe Gitaru Man, like bring back that whole era of like rhythm games. Gitaru Man, Jammer Lammy, Parappa the Rapper.
Oh yeah, I'm here for more rhythm games, always. Oh, there's the materia. Wait, is it? Is it?
Speaking of DS games making a comeback, you know one game I would like to see come back? Elite Beat Agents.
Oh yeah.
Haunting Ground, or the Haunted Ground. That was a really good sleeper horror game. Most people don't even remember that game ever existed.
Which one? Oh, Days really needs a remake, yeah.
あのライトで最後ずいぶん回り道しちゃったね
There's
That one's-
already
One of my favorites. It's so tragic though.
there's already a Metal Gear Solid remake. There is. Twin Snakes was pretty dang
二人
good.
のことビックスになんてよきっと心
I
配
want to
す
see
る
the first two Metal Gear games, like the Metal Gear games, not Solid, but the ones from the Nintendo. Those remade
Mm.
would be really cool. But that's also, you know, it's got more Big Boss in it too, so. Tenchu Z? I would actually be down for just about any Tenchu game. The closest we've gotten to Tenchu in modern times would have to be Sekiro.
Does it move?
Blood Will Tell or Kuon? Dang, Sin, you're pulling out some real niche games here. I would love to see any of those games see a remake, but you know as well as I do, I don't think anyone. I don't even know if crowdfunding could bring those gems back. It's fun to dream, though. It would be cool if we could hope for something like that, though. Kuon was actually a really cool survival horror one. Yeah, Bleezy, I've actually not played Sekiro myself, but I've watched a whole lot of people stream it.
Yeah,
The
same.
gameplay terrifies me because it's parry centric, and I'm no good at parrying. But I love to see people watch it, whether they're totally bad and getting maimed at it and getting destroyed like I would be, or if they're really good at it. It's fun to watch either way.
It looks incredibly fun. I really want to play it.
Kuon these nuts.
I was thinking maybe I'd heard of that one, but I was thinking I have not.
I actually have Kuon back. I have Kuon back in the closet there.
Oh, you
So
do? I don't know where to put this that I'm going to be able to read.
I've got it back there with some of the other lesser known ones like Siren. I think I have Blood Will Tell still back there too. Blood Will Tell would possibly work because the new Dororo anime. Yeah, the only reason I would foresee them maybe coming back with Kuon is because FromSoft is so big now. They probably could, but I don't know. They would probably bring back Kingsfield before they'd bring back Kuon. Man, can you guys imagine if Kingsfield made a comeback? What's up, Scuddy?
It's going to be welcome in. How are you?
Stuffed in a dusty old closet. It's not any... Scuddy, that closet is packed with awesome lighting. Those games
Yeah,
are
it's
very
lit.
much on display. I took the doors off of that closet so it could be a showcase for games.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the partition, though. Hiding it.
It's got quite a few fun titles next. I have a manufacturer wrapped copy of Shadow Hearts back there with it too.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, the indie game scene is where all the good stuff is at lately.
Yeah.
I watch Kickstarter like a hawk lately because so many amazing titles and projects have been getting started lately.
Right, the thing. Oh my god.
Oh, Lunacid, I've heard of that one. I haven't taken a look at it yet though, Scuddy. You're saying it's like Kingsfield?
Is it too low?
Oh, you probably just didn't line it up all the way. I remember one of these being kind of sensitive.
Wow, just
You
talk
just
to the
gotta wiggle
terminal,
it.
please.
Just gotta wiggle it.
It was too low.
I got one of the devs in my closet.
What?
If I ever want to sell Blood Will Tell, contact you. I haven't wanted to sell any of my stuff just yet. I'm pretty miserly with my old games, but if I ever do, I'll remember you said. You're trying to collect all the PS2 games they could put out so you can stream them during charity events. Blood Will Tell would probably be a pretty good one.
Oops. I meant to attack the other thing.
But yeah, Scuddy's right. There's been a lot of indie stuff, a lot of spiritual successor stories lately. Like with Armed Fantasia and Penny Blood being the Shadow Hearts and Wild Arms revivals. Those two, I'm really stoked for those. Yeah, Scuddy, Signalis was amazing. I didn't get to play it myself, but I've watched many streams on it. It was a really, really fun game to watch. Are you dying again?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Every time I look up, your screen
I
is
forget
red.
it does that.
How can you just like look around while the screen is red? That doesn't bother you?
I don't notice it. I don't know why.
Sasha's always seeing red. That's just her natural mode.
I guess.
She's always angry.
I'm really not, though. I so rarely get mad. Oh, your brother wants to play that one?
After you clear your
Colorblind? Is that even
backlog.
possible?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nab, do you have a backlog that's actually...
メインリフト
I feel like you should be throwing a Kappa emote onto that.
Is there any such thing as clearing the backlog?
ジェシーの怪我大丈夫かな
あいつらの分まで信羅を懲らしめてやんのが一番の治療だ。
そうだねクラウドはウェンジの分お願い
My backlog is
I'll do
currently
anything
so
so much.
beefy, I could probably just ignore all the game. Like, gaming could totally go down the chute tomorrow, and I could just
Oh yeah.
play my backlog for the rest of my life.
Yep. Same.
She just lives with the flashing red, no problem.
No problem. Oh, I was gonna ask, is it possible for girls to be colorblind? I thought that
I
wasn't
think
a thing.
that's like primarily a dude thing, right? I wouldn't
I
be.
thought so.
I don't know if it's impossible though.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, you know how like tabby cats are like 99% female or something, but it's not impossible for them to be male. But if they are male, they're like sterile, I think, or something.
You think it's rare? Yeah, I'm with Saki. I think it is a rare thing. I think it's just rare for females to be colorblind.
As far as I know, I'm not. Anytime I've done any tests or anything, I'm really sensitive to differences in color.
It's pretty dang common for dudes. It's just we don't notice because the funny
live
thing
with
about being colorblind is you don't know what you're missing because you literally can't see it. So you're kind of just like waiting until someone happens to bring it up. You're colorblind.
Yeah, you try doing one of those random tests on social media or something and realize, oh hell, I cannot see.
Yeah, Plinth is saying women can be colorblind. It's just very, very low percentage. Cap, what's up? How you doing? Good morning to you, Cap.
Okay, well, come on, good morning.
How's
How are
everything
ya?
going over there with you? You've played 166 out of the 1,139 games on your Steam account. Jen, you be hitting them sales hard, bro. I can't even say anything though, because I do the same. My
Yeah.
Steam library is not really that beefy, but
Just
like
regular
I've still got
library.
my console backlog is stupid.
Yeah, mine's redonkulous. Like, I would not want to see a list. Dude, this is so unfortunate.
Cis guys only need it on 1X. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty certain it's like it's just the X chromosome that can get it, right? The cause of color blindness. Oh yeah, Jen, I'm subscribed to Humble Bundle, and that's
Yeah.
that's definitely always gonna add to the every month new stuff.
慎重に行こうそこ
Red green is 8% of men and 5.5% of women. With me, it seems to be like the darker red and purple range. I always get like purple blue range mixed up.
I can see all of the colors.
Oh yeah, Scuddy. If you know what you're looking for, there's always really great free games out there. You ain't even gotta pay to play good stuff these days. Gotta love the open market. Open source everything, mod everything. We're doing good, Cap. We're doing good. We've just been really busy with work. Outside of that, trying to stream when we can.
Yeah.
And trying to find a day off every week. One day off, it's all we ask for.
I'm super stoked we were actually able to stream all 4 days this week.
Yeah, I'm so happy we didn't have to cancel the stream for once this week. It's been just non-stop weirdness every week, so we've been having to cancel so many. It makes me so sad.
The computer tried to throw a wrench in things by taking your monitor out, but luckily that wasn't like stream breaking.
Oh, you got 2 days off and you relax? Nice, Captain. Take advantage of it. Nah, what would you like to add to the cat? Whatever the hell I am. What do you want to change?
Traffic cone? I think Ray did one of the online ones, and purple was one of the ones he was having trouble with.
You know what, Nab?
I don't know if it was like official.
Because my avatar resets it'll be reset after tonight for next week, and it's kind of close. We've got less than an hour to go on the stream, so I'll refund you the points, but I'll still add something, so go ahead and let me know. A traffic cone?
Ageth, welcome in. How are you?
Why don't we have a traffic cone? There is not a traffic cone.
There should be a traffic cone. What the heck? And Cap, I hope you enjoy your holiday. You got any plans for your days off?
Let me see if there's anything pointy. Let me see what I got that might be pointy. And guys, we do have an ad break that's about to start. It's going to be 3 minutes, so if you're not sub, feel free to just go grab yourself a drink, stretch, or a snack. We'll be back. That just keeps us from having to... We don't have to worry about pre-rolls. And so, Sasha, you're going to go ahead and pause the game so nobody forgets... Or, nope, forgets. Nobody misses any gameplay.
MP up. What? I can just buy those. That's irritating. What the fuck?
Geth, what's up? How are you?
Every time you hear Japanese, my brain's like, can you just learn this language already? It's like, man, yeah. I wish Japanese were easier. I've been studying it for a long time, and I still am bad at it.
Jin, I have not actually taken a full colorblind test. There's just colors like Sasha will point them out and like ask me about them, and I literally cannot figure out what she's even talking about because I can't.
Or he'll be like, you want to wear this purple thing? Like, that's blue, but sure.
Like, I think what I was told or what I think is purple is actually blue.
Anything pointy. Are you gonna
What colors can I not see?
Oh, study.
That's the thing, though, Geth. It's like I can tell you what I think I see, but I can't tell you what I don't see because I don't see it. I can tell you what people have corrected me on, which is purple or blue.
Yeah, so I think... I think he's not able to see purples, so, like, maybe it all looks blue to him. So his idea of what purple is like actually different shades of blue.
I guess it's all blue. It's really, if you're not colorblind, it's kind of hard to explain it because it's...
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm actually missing because I've never seen it. So all I can really kind of just say is like what people have actually corrected me on.
Yeah, so it's just based on what other people have told him is this color, I guess. So that's his perception, even though it's not, doesn't actually line up with.
See, what I feel that is, though, is I grew up with my nephews, and I grew up in a military academy, so it was almost entirely dudes. So when I got colors that I thought I was getting right, all I can think of is that they were seeing it wrong, too, so they were agreeing with me.
Oh, is this purple? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's purple. We, like, several of us just thought it was purple. I was never corrected, really, on colors growing up. It's kind of a recent thing. It's just really weird.
Yeah, I think for you, so, like, purple and blue look the same. So when you see purple and blue, it's kind of a guess. Like, the difference is very subtle. So either everything that is purple and blue looks purple, or everything that's purple and blue looks blue. I'm not sure which it is.
I wish I could tell you.
Yeah.
I need to just go take the test.
Yeah. Oh no, they closed. I hope you didn't need anything. Yeah, I think red and green is more common. It's interesting that it is purple. I don't know if that is... I know it definitely exists because it's on the test, but... Anyone that I've met that was colorblind, though, is always green and red. Oh, I should not be doing things. I'm lost anyway. I'm not doing anything special.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't say anything, because you're just kind of roaming around, so...
Yeah, there's not any story. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any materia. I've gotten 3 materia in this area. Do you remember if there were more?
I think it's just those 2 materia. Yeah, just that one and the summon materia.
Oh, this was this one. Okay.
You never saw a lot of difference between indigo and blue? Wait, indigo is
like a kind of navy. I've always never been able to really tell the difference between indigo and navy blue. I think it's maybe just less dark indigo, or maybe a purplish.
Indigo
maybe?
is the GameCube color, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, GameCubes are indigo. That's what I know that's indigo.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, like, to me, red and green couldn't be more different. But if they both look sort of gray, then it would be harder to tell the difference. Atomic purple, yeah.
The red-green, because they're vastly different. They're vastly different, but your eyes perceive them differently because they're opposite sides of the color spectrum.
RGB?
Like, red and green are exactly opposite, right?
Yeah.
So I think your eyes perceive like 2 things that should be direct contrast. I think they actually see them as the same thing. Like it's like a frequency that they hit, and your eye just can't perceive that frequency.
Yeah, I think they sort of both look gray.
Roy Jabiv! Sickle, what are you saying to me?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Gabiv?
Gabiv?
GBIV? Sickle. Talk to me.
Like the ones in Photoshop, do you see patches that are longer than others? Sometimes. I think it depends on how smooth the gradient is.
Oh, that would be a good way of telling it, wouldn't it, Meta? I need to do that. Yeah, because if they look the same,
yeah.
If it's on like a spectrum line, I should be able to like see, like differentiate.
Roy G. Biv? Are the colors of the rainbow? Oh, like, what do you call it? Like numbers?
Oh! Okay, you confused the absolute crap out of me, Sickle, just because Roy G. Biv.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking you were saying something to Roy.
I was like, are you...
He's so cute!
I was like, I don't know that acronym, bro. Is that a game? Are you insulting me?
Yeah, like Biggs is gonna die of boredom. I'm sorry, man, I gotta make sure I get all the materia. That's way more important than the plan. I think I did get all of it, though. Do you remember him? I know it's been like 2 years, but how many materia were here? I've gotten 3. I don't see any shinies.
Can anyone think of any materia that Sash might be missing? She got the summon. She got the command materia, I think was.
And MP up.
So she got 3 out here.
Yeah.
I can only remember like those 3.
I haven't seen any more, but I didn't even know there was a 3rd actually. I think I've gotten them all.
Robbie, I like that too. How Tifa and Barrett kind of ask like, they get on Cloud's case.
We're going on an adventure. You see red, green, blue. Color blindness is either the actual light you see is shifted away from the norm so that they don't overlap. Oh, I never knew that. The cones are so shifted that they're basically the same frequency of light. I always wondered how that worked. Interesting.
Sounds like visually tripping over your own shoelaces kind of thing.
メインリフトまで戻ってきたね。
首を洗って待ってろよマコール。
Oh, I was supposed to be adding a prop. I'm dumb.
I always figured it was like missing certain cones, but maybe there's multiple ways that it can be messed up.
Well, if they curve enough,
Yeah,
then
I
I
got the
mean,
one in
if
the
it
fan.
flattens it out, you essentially are missing the cone, right? Because it's just flat.
Well, like you have multiple types of cone that perceive different frequency of light, so if you're missing a cone type, then you would not see that color, maybe?
Coneless behavior.
Oh, this should work now. Sorry, Tifa. Yeah. I forgot the answer to that one question in her apartment. Makes it so her changes what dress she wears. I wanted to see the sporty one. I didn't really like the classy one or whatever the heck.
あばよ鉄くずめろ。
I don't
Okay.
quite hate it yet. I probably missed something.
Alright, Nab, I don't have a traffic cone, but I have the next best thing. It's a big yellow cat ear.
Oh, close enough.
We're gonna rock that if that's cool.
If you're missing cones, you would literally see in black and white.
暗くて息くせえ。星の命が削られ
We'll just
Does that
jam it.
exist?
Is right there okay? Does that look good?
中は魔法の匂い
It
が
looks like a big old Dorito.
覚悟しとけ。見ろ。魔コールが呼んでるぜ。早く来い。早く来いってな。
I don't hear it, Barrett. Do I need to listen like you do?
It's like a tiger striped shark fin, actually. It's like if you see a tiger striped shark fin above the waves, this is all that lies beneath. This is what you will see before you die.
What you will see. Is that just one ear?
Yep, just one ear.
It lets you just put one?
Yep, just one.
Interesting.
It means I can put them wherever I want.
I like that you can just have one, but there's so few options. I'm surprised that that is a thing.
I'm starting to look like a pimp named Slickback. But a turkey.
You see color from mixing the three cones? Yeah, I don't mean missing all of them, but missing maybe a particular type.
Yeah, you're right now, but it does kind of look like a cat mage hat.
I would do, yeah.
Pastel. So
What
guys,
has he become?
I am no longer a turkey. You have to look at me now like I'm a little person. See my little legs? See my little legs dangling down here? You see my
Why is
gun
Bob dead?
lance?
Come on, man.
You see my shield, which is the fingers? You see my helmet? I'm a warrior.
Ooh, well,
Sin, I was a turkey. Look at this. Look at me, Sin. Turkey. Hi.
こっちだな。どんなもんよ。はあ。どうだ。
But now, I've evolved.
狙うぜ。まだまだ。
I've digivolved is what has happened here. This is straight digi-evolution is all this can be called.
邪魔見やがれ。
Once I was a turkey, now I'm a whatever the fuck this is. Every time you got, we should like add this. We should add a sound effect, the digi-evolution theme. So every time I take significant upgrades. Digimon. They said I could become anything, so I became...
What exactly?
Digimon. I should make myself a little bigger. I'm so small.
Oh heck. Oh my god.
Pastel, this is the best part right here. Tifa's straight up looking down all the barrels of this huge frickin' gun and just punching. Digimon.
What the fuck, like a baka.
Kinda
I don't
look
have
like
any
one
Phoenix
too.
down.
遅くなったからきっと心配してるね
Your bet is on Bifa in any gunfight? I agree, Launcher. I agree. But imagine the cojones.
Where was I now? Did I just come down that ladder, or do I need to go up that ladder?
I don't know. I don't know, Sash. Where did you come from? Where are you going? Where are any of us going on this crazy boat we call life?
Man.
Hey, Blitz, what's up? How are you?
Oh, Blitz, welcome in. How are you?
Oh, Blitz, wait till we get a good fart reverb sound effect. You guys are gonna be able to literally make Sasha burst into childish laughter at will.
Yeah, you're right. Oh no, I'm never gonna. I will not be able to focus. Where did I come from?
There's not a single bit of humor out there in the world that can make Sash laugh harder than some farts.
I mean, really anything makes me laugh, but I have the sense of humor of a flippin' child.
Like just the sounds of farts, Plinth. Like she loses her shit over it.
Rarely not funny, right?
We should add it. We should add it. Good old fart reverb.
Oh, yeah. The original Game Boy games. And you were saying that is a thing?
Huh? What's the thing?
Oh, like missing a cone would be like black and white.
Oh no! Blitz was standing next to a cliff when Blitz took the Paryukin.
Blitz, no!
R.I.P.
I don't know if we're gonna do it, but if we did, I will never be able to focus again. Like anytime I'm watching a stream that has that, I just like, I can't.
It's funny,
I love it.
Because I'm too lazy to make a command that lists all of our commands and our sounds, we just have noises.
Yeah, they just kind of happen. You gotta...
Oh, you mean barking spiders?
Barking
Terrible
spiders.
little things. Highly poisonous. Kill on sight.
Kill on sight.
Barking spiders.
They come from the butt, they smell like poop, and sound like a trumpet gone wrong, right? Funny on all planes. But when you add the reverb, it's just kicks it up a notch. Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer? Which one was Cinderella? Oh my god. Oh, she was the one that had stepsisters. I have no idea. Oh my god. Together. It doesn't even sound like words. Oh my god.
There's a bunch of those sound effects that are on the channel already. I've been too lazy to
that one.
I haven't actually had the time to go and make a list of what ones there are, but there's a lot of them.
気づいてたなら言ってよ
言ったらやめてたか最初からギリギリの綱渡りだ技に切るしかねえ
力ずくでも
得意そうだ。
どうでしょう。
Most streamers are like, they add that kind of cool stuff and they're responsible and actually let, you know, the audience know that they exist, make commands and everything, make it well known. And I'm just like, I just add it and it's like, teehee, it's there.
I would find a cup and a piece of paper so fast.
Do I have an iPhone? No, Jen.
I have an iPhone, but I borrow Roy's phone sometimes to take pictures because they look better.
I have one for work. I would never have an iPhone for personal.
I've always had an iPhone, so I don't know if I could adjust to things being in different places.
What do you call a pile of cats?
Tifa.
Best. That's adorable. Oh, Jesus. It even comes with Taru. One of the Tarus is a little questionable. Yeah.
We just add them in and hope you guys like stumble across them, basically.
Barrel.
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Taru. Oh, I haven't found a barrel in Rise of 2 yet.
Somebody mention the door to darkness?
Somebody mentioned the door to darkness?
Whoops. I messed that one up.
Ugh, I slept like a baby.
Cloud does not look like he slept like a baby.
He looks pissed. What
He
happened?
looked like he ain't slept in days.
Oh no.
てか、クラウドジェシーとウェッジはどんな感じだ
They're Daijo Boodle, don't worry about it.
犯人グループが列車から飛び降りたって上は大騒ぎおかげでここは静かでなマコーロへのルートはささっと確保済みよヘイヘイヘイビーで、あとの二人は
I would totally take a Barrett hug.
ひどいの
Oh yeah, why did he dodge that?
大丈夫だ世話になるな
仕事だ。
4番街へ行きに乗って正解だったな警備は4番に集中してるでもこっちの本命は5番ちょっと複雑だがこの奥はもうマコーロの中だ狭っちい穴ぼこだぜ文句言うなよこっちは補給物資とワイヤーリール調子はこれ以上ねえってくらい上々よ
みんなのことお願い。
おうよ
Barrett would probably give the third best hunt solo hugs in the game.
よし、俺たちもワイヤーの装備だ。落とさねえようにしっかりくくりつけとけよ。作戦が終わったらこいつで一気に下まで降りる。生きて帰んぞ。
当然だ。
Return alive.
Barrett, I want to see you get in there first.
Red 13 probably.
もっと左だ。時間ないぞ。ライトを調整しろ。
プレジデント、ネクタイ確認します。
Him's doggo.
急げ。
Well, not he. It's not, but like doggo shaped, easily best hugs.
マコーの匂いだ。
いよいよだね。
What do you guys think Mako smells like?
魔法玉には近い。
What do souls smell like? What is it that you smell when you're having a stroke?
Souls? That's just Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. I guess it smells like Dr. Pepper then.
Baja Blast. This whole reactor is about to get some Baja Blast, you know what I'm saying?
Good for the soul, heck yeah.
New arm in a bag? I think he did.
Oh, wait. Want to bear it? Wait, is that what he gave me? Baja Blast. It probably would, oh my god. Nickelodeon gag, what does that smell like? Burnt toast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Hey Ned, welcome back.
Who's back? Oh, Ned, hello. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't find it that shocking, but there's definitely more than that talking.
No, Ned, that's the beauty of it. There's actually no more than 2 people in the chat at once. They just tag in and out of the chat room really
Thank you for the follow.
efficiently.
Vodka smells like mellow yellow. Oh, Barrett got an upgrade. Yeah, I need to look. Let me see.
I'd like to think that our viewer count...
Oh, Dave, hello? Evil MP, welcome in. How are you?
What's up,
Well,
Dave?
hi.
Hey, Emo, nice to meet you. How are you?
We appreciate the lurk, Ned. I hope the drawing's been going well. We didn't notice. What? Is you're a ninja? Oh.
Hollow, that one right there is still like my favorite redeem. I just love the Well High Cat.
Can you teach me the like
Heimthal.
smoke bomb stuff? I want to leave dramatically. What was I? Oh, right.
Oh, you want to learn ninja magic?
Yeah, I want to learn how to make an exit. Why is it? Oh, it's not worse. Okay.
Well, the most efficient person in the world, in the galaxy, at making an exit is Commander Shepard.
I should go.
I should go. Turns head first, then leaves. Body follows.
I mean, I think that is how most people leave. Maybe. Well, I don't. I tend to like keep looking at other things and walk into stuff.
I think most people tend to move the body before the head, actually.
Oh, you just got back from the movie? What'd you like? You went by yourself? I hope you enjoyed it.
Shinku pure.
Rookie, Henry, welcome in. How are you?
I've loved it so bad.
Happy Sunday.
Wookie, what's up? How are you doing?
Oh, Nephilim is so good. Man, it would be so hard to pick one track. There's one vocal track that I really like. I forget what it's called, though. It's in my playlist. And I think the like lobby music in Shinra is pretty cool too. What could Barrett use? Wait, can I slap a summoning?
Dave, was it your first time seeing it, bro? I actually really like the Super Mario movie. There were some people out there who were like, I don't know. You could tell that the people that didn't like the Super Mario, this could just be me being a jerk. I think the people who really just like wanted to complain about Mario movie, they would have complained about it either way. And I think a lot of them didn't get all the references.
Maybe.
I think if you've been if you've been playing Mario for a while,
there were a lot of references.
Like, it would be hard not to like that movie.
Yeah, I went into it unsure because Chris Pratt, but I enjoyed the absolute heck out of it. Like, I want to go see it again.
Yeah, Ralph, I imagine your toilet probably wouldn't flush a window the first time either. I don't know if the second time's gonna help though.
A window? Oh, really? Wait.
I'm sure it was autocorrect correcting it,
Yeah,
but
probably.
I think it's a funny sentence. New player
It is
controlling
really good.
Pandal. Was only taught one move by their friend. So
you
he's
don't go to many movies? Oh,
he
sorry.
likes to spam the Peryukin.
You do.
Oh, definitely Pastel. That if I had a
Yeah.
complaint that was definitely there, it was that they were moving it along too quick. I wish
Yeah,
they
there
would
was
have
too much
stretched
to
it out
say.
and made it into. They could have made it into a full 2-hour movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have been totally fine with that. It did move very fast.
Oh, don't worry, Ralph. I'm horrific at typing. I mean, look at Discord. I'm always
yeah.
screwing things up in the Discord.
I'm really bad at typing. It takes me like a flippin' hour. That's why I'm always like so afraid to talk in streams, because it takes so long to type. I feel like it's no longer relevant. You went and saw Evil Dead Rise? Oh, did you like it? Some deep cut. Yeah. There were some things that took me by surprise. I don't want to spoil it in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, but yeah. With unlimited snacks, yeah, that don't break the bank either. Reasonably priced unlimited snacks.
We always go to like Taco Bell or something before we go to a movie, or we tend to bring stuff with us. We're those people. We ain't gonna pay their movie prices.
And I like don't leave the house without one of these.
We do go to Alamo though, and they have like they're one of those places that serves food. Their food is pretty reasonable as long as you stick to only pizza.
Yeah, the pizza's fine and the pizza's delicious. Oh, sorry for.
Because you can get a pretty good pizza there at Alamo for like $10, and I mean that's about average price for a pizza. So
yeah.
All the rest though is ridiculous. I'm not gonna pay $15 for a chicken sandwich. I'm sorry.
I always feel cheated when a move feels condensed, because it feels like there would be a lot more that they could have expanded to make the movie better.
Right, Blitz? Yeah, that would be the one complaint I'd have for the movie, is there should have been more of the movie.
Yeah, I love long movies too. Like if the movie's good and I don't notice that it's long, then that's how I know it's a good movie.
At this point, autocorrect doesn't fix many of your typos. Because with me, Ned, what my autocorrect likes to do is it likes to correct my affirmation words. Like if I say do, it'll straight up change it to don't. Or if it's don't, it'll say do. So basically, it switches around exactly the intention of what I try to say. It'll make it the reverse. So when I hit enter, it's like,
a good day.
Oh crap. Like it usually comes across as bad, so I have to double check it.
Oh man, Regal's been in trouble for a long time, man. I think ours closed down ages ago, but I think there are still some in our area.
Hey, Devisimo, what's up? How are you? Good to see you.
Devisimo, welcome in. How are you?
Like the other day, someone was asking if they should cosplay as something, and I was totally behind them doing it. So I actually I typed in all caps.
Don't
do it, please, and I put like an emote, and it corrected it. So when I hit enter, it was like don't, please. I was like, no, that's not. No, I promise you, that's not what I meant.
Oh my god, that's the worst. That's like the. Oh my god, I can't imagine anything.
Right, duck it. Every mother ducking time.
Yeah, my phone does the same, especially because I talk about ducks often.
My autocorrect is completely ducked.
Which, I mean, every time it does correct me, I just kind of leave it like, man, you're right. I probably meant duck anyway.
Oh, you still got a Regal near you, Geth? All of the Regals in here around us closed. They're all gone.
They're all gone? I thought there was one.
Nope. All gone. There's very few movie theaters around us anymore. There's a couple of private ones, and then Alamo and AMC, but even AMC has been hurting. Man, Barrett having a good old time.
Everyone goes to AMC and talks. I don't understand. Like, you paid for this movie. Can you watch it, please?
Oh, that's where you went for your ZD, Dave, was BJ's?
Oh.
Too many of your favorite streamer hosts stream at the same time. Devisimo, I totally feel you. I love like everyone in retro. Devisimo. It's like some nights it's like, oh my god, do I go see B? Do I see Finn? Do I see Dr. O?
Yeah, they all stream at the same time. It's tough. Is this the one that I can sabotage?
Mm-hmm.
You
So
did a guide on this, right?
this
We
boss
could pull
does
up the
this
video and
boss
watch
does
it.
have some tricks to it. You can do a lot of things. There's this really cool video on YouTube. This one pretty cool cat did a guide on it. I'd recommend
yeah.
checking that out before you do this boss fight, so you're well educated on the fight.
Should we watch that cool cat's video?
Maybe after the stream.
Oh,
He's
okay.
he's a cool cat, but he has an annoying voice.
No, he doesn't.
So I don't want him on my
What the heck's wrong
stream.
with you?
He sounds weird.
Nah.
Can't have him on the stream. It's gonna make it weird.
Nah.
But he knows what he's talking about.
I am gonna fall. This chair, I swear to God. I've had like 2 near falls so far.
I was gonna say, how is that chair just holding you? That's a
I don't know,
sturdy
man.
chair.
It's a chair for children, but it's doing the most. I don't know. Oh, this door opens. Okay. I don't see any way to access that, so it must be later.
Yeah, Wookie. Movie theaters have it tough right now. The pandemic did not do them any favors. Pretty much everyone was like, why do I need to go to a movie theater? I can enjoy everything at home, and my fridge is right here, and my cat is right here, so...
Yeah, if you got a really good TV, then I can imagine that it would be hard to see any point. We don't have any like super large TVs, so that's sort of what we go for, is like the big screen and good sound.
もうすぐだね。
The lighting in
Oh,
this
man,
game
that
is
sounds
really good,
amazing.
Ralph. The graphics in general for this game
Yeah.
are amazing.
Oh,
Like,
this game is lovely.
this game looked really good. I played it on PS4 and I loved how it looks. And watching Sash play it on PS5, it's
It looks
gorgeous.
ridiculous. I feel like I'm screwing up in that. What kind of machine is that?
Grabbed a bag of Sour Patch Kids. How much was it, Dave? Was it
That is
like
a good question.
$8?
Probably.
Oh, Pando! Pando is white now because we got Pando up to max level. $49.95. It was more money than your wallet has room for. Oh, but Pando is white because we got Pando up to level 60. Pando gets the XP anytime you guys interact with Pando, subs or any of that, anytime you guys show support. So Pando got to level 60, and this is Pando's new skin. She looks kind of weird though, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Ultimate Pando.
She looks kind of...
I enjoy all the pandos.
She looks kind of liquidy. I don't
Sorry
know.
for liquidy. What?
She looks... I don't know. She looks like she's melting, kind of yogurty. I don't know. She strikes me as a little weird looking at her. Although this is coming from me, the gift shop deity.
God, I hope you were kidding. Oh, $5. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I've seen $10 candy at places. Like, why? Calm down. It's candy.
Good points there, Devisimo. Yep, you can pause it anytime you want. You can talk if you want.
Oh, true. Did I just come down this ladder? I don't know. Ghost Pando. Oh.
Yeah, Jen, I kind of like her gray version because there's a lot of like gray, white, and black mixed in, so she had a lot more texture, a lot more
I did just come
contrast.
down this ladder.
She kind of looks low res, like she looks like she lost some graphics.
Hmm. I just like gray cats in general. You can watch it with your dog. That is the ultimate selling point. Animals aren't allowed at the theater.
She just looks kind of goopy.
Goopy.
A little goopy.
Still very cute though. I'm totally cool with all the pandos. They are all adorable.
Yeah, I hear you, Wookie. We actually, we only get Wednesdays off. That's if we kind of cram and really work like crazy hours on Monday and Tuesday. We can get Wednesdays off. And we used our Wednesday the week before last to go see Mario Brothers. And it was, we enjoyed the movie. It was great. But when I had like a deep sense of remorse after it was over because like we spent 2 of our precious off hours at the movie theater.
Yeah, like was it really worth it? We had to like leave the house. It's a lot of work, man.
Like I could have been playing something, or I could have been doing something fun at home, like, you know, old people things, nap things.
Like I could have not needed to do my hair or anything if we didn't go out. If so many things required to leave the house. It's too much work. Never worth it. The movie was really cool.
Robbie, these are Shinra mechs. So Shinra technology is like a mix of like, it's like a stylized mix of kind of like Gotham meets like 1980s style electronics.
I just love their little Camlos feet. They're so cute. And the grill on the front is so great. The aesthetic of these is just perfect.
You gotta go to bed, Dave. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Take it easy. I hope work is good on you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Dave. I hope your week is great.
Oh, no, you're going to an Italian restaurant tomorrow. Dang, have a nice lunch then, Dave.
Yeah. Have good food. Needs less overhead in general, right? Yeah, we need to figure out how to make that less.
Definitely needs less overhead. I would say humanity in general has been giving it way too much head.
Remember when the turnaround time for movies from theater to home was about 6 months?
Oh yeah.
Overhead. Humanity's been giving it too much overhead. Whoops.
Oh, I just thought you were making a joke.
Yeah, when movie theaters actually used to be, it used to be like sometimes 6 months to a year before you'd ever see that stuff hit Laserdisc.
Or VHS, DVD, or whatever the heck.
VHS. I really, after we had our talk the other day about Laserdisc, I've been kind of hung up on it. I really wanna like experience Laserdisc in person. I wanna hold one and insert it into whatever they go into and watch it.
Am I going down?
And hear it all it has to say. Hey Skyfer, what's up? How are you?
Oh, Skyfer, welcome in. Oh, we
Good to
appreciate
see
the
you,
lurk.
Skyfer. We appreciate the lurk. How you been? How's everything going with you?
Yeah, I hope you're doing good. You inherited your parents' old disc player? Oh. Yeah, I think that would be really cool to see.
Yeah, like I would like to go back and see some of the big movies that were on Laserdisc. Like, what were some of the greatest?
OG Star Wars.
Like the greatest ones. Like, yeah, Star Wars maybe, Wizard of Oz, other famous old stuff.
Yeah, I like that they look different. You could see the materia too. Man, love it.
The Terminator.
Flip the disc.
I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle. Wait, did I get that order right? I'm pretty sure that's it.
Portia, I hope you're having the best nap. They can degrade over time? Oh, heck.
Yeah, just like everything else out there. Even our CDs, guys.
Yeah.
Even our PlayStation 1 games and all those, even if they're just sitting in there nice and neat, they're still going away. Degrading. Makes me cry.
Working too much, man. I feel that.
Dang, Jen, you got a whole list ready to go, bro.
Man, I hope it's worth it. Nightmare Before Christmas in theater? What?
Working too much, Skyfer. Totally relatable. We've been having trouble squeezing even one day off a week out. And that doesn't even happen every week. I'm glad everything's okay otherwise, though, Sky.
Yeah, seeing stuff in theater is its own experience. Like, even every time they do the Studio Ghibli, even though I have all the Blu-rays and stuff, if they have those movies in theaters, I always have to go see them. Working is cringe anymore, right, man?
I just looked at the time, my lady. We should go ahead and get a save in.
Oh? I mean, I'm not moving right now. I can save wherever, too. Which is beautiful. We love to see it.
Before we dive out, did you want to get any more reps in, or just save it for later?
Oh god, you're right.
It's up to you. I mean,
what time is it?
It's like 10:55.
It's not awful, but I've been going to bed pretty dang late. I think I might start the next stream with reps and try to knock that out.
Okay, you guys, you heard Sash. Next stream is workout stream.
Yes.
Non-stop reps for at least 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely take at least 5 minutes.
Let me switch us over to chat. Skyfer, have you seen what they've done to me this week?
You have become something.
This is a turkey, but it also is a nightmare with a little knife.
Of course, you moved, so I'm gonna sit in front of her here.
I look like I'm doing a little dance.
Hopefully I'm not totally obscured by the tablet. You performed open heart surgery on your Zune? Did it survive?
Wait, you opened your Zune? What was inside? What was it like? Did it make any operatic noises when you opened it? Did it bleed?
I never know if my back is facing.
You brought you're modding it.
Oh, for real?
How did you mod it? Like, does it have an... Wait, they have an SD card slot, don't they? You got any games on your Zune?
Did they have games? I remember, I think my iPod had games.
Man, don't even get me started on my Zune. I had so much Blink 182 on now. Had some Creed. That's right. I ain't afraid to admit it. I listen to Creed. Even some Nickelback.
120 gigs? That's pretty dang good. What? That's a lot of music. Ooh, SSD, nice.
Is the operating system gonna be able to keep up though, Blitz? It seems like didn't it have like a pretty slow cross media bar menu?
Did it?
Is that gonna be okay? Is it gonna like get caught up on things? It's gonna freeze itself.
I think I always played a pool game on mine.
Yep, the one and the only Robbie.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. Oh, it will improve the battery life?
Yeah, because the read and the write's much faster. It's less work on the system. I think it's also less heat. I don't think SSDs are bad on any of that kind of stuff. I think they're more efficient, like literally every way.
Who is on?
We don't have any music. That's what's missing.
You're right. Wait, is this right? Is Delilah still on?
Is she? If she is, we
Yeah.
should definitely go raid Delilah.
Yeah, we never get a chance to raid Delilah. It says she's playing the Spyro trilogy, which I absolutely adore.
Yep,
But-
she's playing Spyro.
But the picture is somebody grating some cheese.
Oh, she might be watching cooking videos.
Yeah, so I don't know what we would be sending y'all to, but either cooking or Spyro is cool with me.
Even cooking Spyro.
No, I don't cook Spyro. I like Spyro. Yeah, we never get to raid Delilah. I hope she's gonna be on for a little bit.
She was on before we even got on, so... Well, wait. 1 sec.
Yeah, I just refreshed it and she's still there.
Yeah, she's in just chatting now. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of cooking.
Oh, I did do the flex. I think I forgot to move my hair though, that's unfortunate. Checkers, Hexic, Space Battle, Sudoku, Texas Hold'em. Ooh.
Man, replacing the batteries on those kind of devices is always nasty super. If you want a really scary battery to replace, Blitz, a Pixel 2 XL, that is a scary battery to replace. You gotta remove the whole screen and everything. New glue is involved.
So do you think we're good to raid Delilah, or do you think she's gonna be hopping off?
I think she'll be good for a little while.
Okay. That works with me.
Yeah, we can go raid Delilah. We never get to raid her, like Sash said.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever have been able to. This may be the first time. Super thin wires, positive and negative.
Super thin wires, and the positive and negative leads are soldered next to each other.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, when they're in those really tight packages, like on a Zune or the Pixel 2 XL was really similar to that too. You had to resolder and separate and everything. It was nasty.
Oh, my shaky hands could never.
Do not recommend. Just let it die.
Just let it die.
Alrighty, you guys.
Oh, Robbie, have a great sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great week.
Yeah, Robbie, have a great night. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. I always love this song. This one's really good. Which one is this?
Yeah.
Battletoads.
Good night and every time zone to you all. Always remember your super swag. The swaggiest on Twitch even. I know all the secrets of the universe and that is definitely one of them.
Oh, no, Ned, you're the swaggiest. Good
Yeah,
times
Ned,
on
you're way
stream
too
as well.
kind. You're definitely the swaggiest. We appreciate you.
Way too heckin' sweet, Ned.
Whoops. I must have spelled it wrong. The heck?
Yeah, Jen has the right of it. It's
yeah, I fat fingered something.
AI. Seila. There you go. Yeah.
Alrighty, you guys. We are gonna go over and visit one of our good friends. We never get to visit her, but Delilah is an amazing person. She's super kind, super chill. She's very supportive of the entire community. She's been all over the community
Good
helping
night
everyone
to
out.
all.
Yeah,
And
she's
I'll
got a
see
great
you
sense of
all
humor.
soon. Roy and Sasha, I hope you two have great night and take care.
Thank you,
as well,
Ralph. You do the same.
Have a great night. Take care. Have an amazing week.
So guys, Twitch has been dropping a lot of raids lately. If you guys get bumped off the raid, you want to come join us and chat with Delilah, hang out. Looks like she's just watching some videos with her community right now, so that'll be fun. Lots of chat, lots of good times. Feel free to click that link there, and it'll take you right over to her channel. For those of you who are subbed, if you wouldn't mind copy and pasting this message to show Salila some love.
Yes, yes.
If you're not subbed, feel free to use that one there. And we're gonna go hang out with her. Let's switch on over to our credit scene so we can thank everybody, and then we will head on over there. So Bryna, Saki, if either of you are still in the chat, thank you so much for the raids tonight. We really appreciate you sharing your community with us. To any streamer, the most important thing is time in your community, and you guys shared your community with us, and that really means the world.
Yeah, we very much appreciate the trust.
Thank you for our mods.
Yes, about the
Jin,
mods.
Happy, Audio Rags. If you guys are there, thank you guys. Have a good one, you guys. We appreciate all the subs, biddies, all that stuff is really important. It helps out the channel. It's also going to go a long way toward different things we can do for the stream, cosplays, that kind of stuff. But as always, your time is your biggest commodity. It's your most important thing. And you guys choose to spend your time with us here on Twitch when you have so many other choices. That means a lot.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for the support, and thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. Y'all could be anywhere, and y'all come and hang out with us, and we very much appreciate it. We have an amazing time talking to y'all. I hope everybody has the best of nights and time zones. And also have an amazing week, since we will not be on until next Thursday. We hope to see you there. We'll be playing some more Resident Evil.
Alrighty, you guys. Have a great week. Like Sash said, we will see you on Thursday for more Resident Evil. Have an awesome night. As always, like, subs, all that stuff is up to you. What we do ask for around here, though, is if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing an animal. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. If you can't bring a buddy home with you, there's other ways to help out those animals in need.
You can also go volunteer and still spend time with the guys, or you can donate money, blankets, clothes, sheets, office supplies, all kinds of stuff. Google your local shelters, see what they need. You might have something they could use.
Yep, so if you got love to give, love to show, there's plenty of ways to give it, plenty of ways to show it, and unfortunately, there's always more animals out there who could use that love. So show them what you got, guys. Speaking of love, we love you. Remember, buy your fun, not your fam. Adopt, don't shop. Have a good night.
Yep, we love each and every